To the Ironkeep Chronicles. I'm your host and dungeon master, Mr. Tom Wammel, aka Bill Cavalier, the Dungeon Bastard. That got a little
never
rowdy.
introduced yourself as your alter ego
No, I
on this
don't.
show
Do I?
ever.
Well,
ever.
yeah. I mean, every once in a while, when you're feeling it, you gotta go with it, right? Hey everyone, I'm feeling it. Guess what else I'm feeling? A wonderful game of Dungeons & Dragons here tonight. I've assembled an all-star cast of the finest role players, the best in the business, insomuch as this is a business. Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining us this evening.
No, let him finish. Let's let this continue.
That's all I have to say. That's my intro. Let's meet our players, shall we? Mr. Gaurav Galati, everyone.
First now. Hello, hi. Hi, I'm Gaurav.
It's not on.
It's not?
No one can hear you.
How did you do your...
How did I do it before?
Toot, toot.
Something fell unrelated to his microphone earlier, and
No, that can't be it. Hi, everybody. I'm Gaurav. I'm playing Thon of the Wood, who is a ranger, and he likes portals, just like Megan's earrings.
Yay!
Wow.
Can you literally go in one ear and out the other? Is
Yeah.
that
No,
Yep.
no, don't
That's
do that.
how I hear things.
That's a good point. I did not consider that.
That's how ears work, right?
Damn.
the... Speaking of someone who has ears that work, Havana Mahoney is here.
Nice.
Good.
I've never seen him, so I don't know.
What? I have one out all
Oh,
the time.
there it is. Okay.
We don't know if the other one works, to be honest.
Women's hair is weird.
Shave it all up. Let's shave it all up. Hey guys, I'm playing Avril Birdsong today. Rogue, master of backflips.
3% is not enough.
stealing,
Jumping on chickens.
and using chickens Zelda style to fly around parades. And that's what I got going on. Oh, and I have a magical weapon named Wave, and he's my best bud. And I love pranks.
Ooh.
Pranks, harmless
Can you
pranks.
what would be one of Avril's favorite pranks that she's ever played?
Okay, so this one time, they were walking across this bridge over this big fish tank from like outer space, and Avril was like, "I'ma dunk this hoe."
Hang on,
and
this was a D&D game?
Yeah,
You're in a fish tank in outer space?
I don't know.
Okay. No, I'm just asking. It sounds weird.
OOC, yes, I think that's exactly what's going on. In character, who fucking knows? And yeah, and he fell in, and he was wearing a heavy suit, and he sunk to the bottom, and a giant frog monster almost TPK'd us.
Yay.
Also, the summary of the last session, weirdly enough.
Cool.
Double whammy.
Wow.
It is largely a summary of the last session.
But dude, I saved him. I saved his life.
Also true.
You're welcome.
We have another character in this party who's fond of pranks and jokes. It's Megan Caves.
Oh, it's me.
I didn't know where was it to go.
Hi, yes, I am playing Ava, and she does sometimes like those
Risky
pranks.
Pixels.
Thanks, Risky.
And Modern Chow for the bit.
And she is a druid. She is a Scourge Aasimar, and she is an avatar for the water goddess Karshala.
Who?
Barshala. Who? This is Arshala.
David Flago
Whoa,
kicking in.
David
Thanks so much. Very good.
What happens at $55?
That's a
You know, the question isn't what happens at $55. The question is what happened at $255. Yes. Does Ava have a favorite prank or joke that she's told
oh.
She's told.
Wow,
or
she's lots of good
participated
jokes.
in?
I mean, she's got like 4 days worth of experience. I mean, she liked the first time she splashed water, which I think it was on you at that fountain.
In the
Motif
Underdark,
going
yeah.
on here.
Yeah, that was like the first.
That was
one.
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
yeah, it was, it was just a prophecy of what was to come.
Ah!
I tell you one person who's the biggest fan of pranks in the whole party. Eric Reichert!
Mr. Pranks.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm playing Grayson Hale, Paladin of Torm, Doppelganger, and sometimes eaten by giant frog monsters.
Eaten implies that you were digested or something. So.
Well, I was certainly placed in the mouth, and the digestion process began.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did not complete, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
You're
it's
tough cookie.
fine.
You're good. Yeah, you're great.
If you ate a hot dog and then you threw it
Oh,
up,
I got excited about eating a hot dog.
would you have been considered to have eaten the hot dog?
No, it's gone. It's not in there anymore.
I think it's whether or not you throw it up whole. Did
Yeah.
you eat it whole?
That is
Right?
a great point.
Yeah.
Like if you chew it up, I feel like you ate it.
Yeah,
And
but
if the hot dog's adopted sister pushed it into your mouth, like, is it your fault? No.
Very good. Very
I
good.
didn't push you into its mouth. I pushed you in the water playfully, and the mouth happened to be around.
Very good, very good. So, as is well underway, and you can see in the chat, there are a variety of ways that you yourselves at home can share in the fun and festivities, and perhaps pull a prank or two of your own on our party here.
there's
If
a
you
prank
do
unlock.
exclamation point tips or exclamation point unlocks, you can see the variety of ways that you can contribute to our ladder of
dropped
joy,
something.
as I like to call it. Our ladder of joy, where fun things get unlocked and they potentially influence the outcome of events, either to the benefit of the party or to the detriment of the party. Sometimes it's a mixed bag, and sometimes it's just whimsical and fun. We have a little bit of all of those things going on tonight. So, also, if you sub up or you upgrade your subscription to our fine channel here on Twitch, you get a reroll, which you can assign to somebody here at the table. In fact, a couple of those have already been unlocked. Wraith42 sends their reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Thank you, Reese.
Yes,
Thank you so
that's for
much.
you.
James V.
James V. resub times 17.
Is that our max number?
Hey.
Yeah, probably.
Damn.
Yeah, thank
James,
you,
in
James
it for the long
V.
haul.
Risky Pixels sends their reroll to Juan of the Thud.
What?
I don't know why it says that, but that's what it says on my screen. Juan of the Thud.
Well, that's clearly
Well,
not
he's
me.
not here.
So I will
He's not here. I'm going
not
to give it to
accept
Gaurav
this.
instead.
In his stead, we'll
On
give it
his
to
behalf.
Havana.
And James V. 1971 sends their reroll to Megan K.
Thank you, James V.
Yes. All right. In addition, a few things have been unlocked for all of you fine players here at the table. Inspiration has been unlocked.
Sweet. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You can
Like this.
use that at your whim and will.
You're just gonna work out the whole
Yeah, just squat.
Don't mind me.
Oh my. And there are. Our fabulous bumps are provided by Campaign Coins. Thank you so much. So everyone gets 4 bumps here to start things
So
off.
Thank you.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Yes, in addition to one of the
Estelle.
Estelle Castillo.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And I think that
Thank you.
is going to affect some other things that will be happening here
Oh,
this evening.
when you gift subs, who gets to give out the reroll?
Oh boy, I'm not sure. Dom, if you gift a sub, do you get to assign the reroll, or is the person getting the
person who was gifted it.
person who was gifted the
Dr.
sub?
Faust.
Dr. Faust
Hey,
Painting
Dr.
Clinic,
Faust.
thank you so much
Hey,
for
nice.
subbing up. All right, so
Baby's about to
I have a
come
little
out.
exercise for you players that I need you to do to yourselves silently while I give the recap here.
Are we gonna write a
shall
prank?
we are gonna sort of write a prank. I need you to give me 2.
Does this look cool?
Did I actually end up with a pencil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to give me 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And name 2 people. One can be a famous person from history, and the other can be either a famous actor or character from film or television.
Real life, not make believe life.
Well, film and television is obviously make-believe life.
I mean, we're in spaceships, so I don't
Famous
know.
I don't mean within the context of the D&D game. I mean in the context of our very real world.
So famous person in history and famous person from television / movie / TV show.
Yeah.
Anybody
That's
over
why I say that.
in all of time?
Sure. Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
Done.
Damn,
Very
Megan.
good.
Was it the same
Tell
person?
me your answers.
Was it David Tennant?
good idea.
Was it David Tennant in Doctor Who?
I'm not going to tell you what mine are. I'm not supposed to share.
That's true.
Apparently.
That's true.
I bet it's David Tennant.
Yeah. me
So, well, Megan, why don't you give us the recap then, since you're already done with yours?
I'm really bad at this.
too. No, she's not.
Well, I remember the frog. Oh, you fell in the water, right? That happened. Uh-oh, the gremlin's back. Oh, there he goes. And we started, where did we start? We were down, oh, there was a rabbit that we pet.
Oh yeah.
Remember him?
There's a very evil.
But he wasn't really.
There's a rabbit sitting alone on a rock, and I said, "Kill it, it's evil." And you guys, "No, it's not." And then the tree trunk it was on went, "Hello."
It wasn't really a tree trunk though. It was like a.
Yeah, it was
like had crazy arm things. Yeah. Well, we started off fighting the abdominal. How do you say it? Abominable snowman. And they were like these big.
Abominable.
But abominable. Thank you. I like abominable. Anyway,
snowman.
abdominal snowman.
Just had an 8-pack.
But they
so
were
hot.
But they were like leaf creatures instead.
It's just made of intestines, just
snowman.
9 feet
Yeah.
tall.
Oh, and they had,
What?
they had the little,
The abdominal snowman.
the little creatures within them that kept trying to bite us and take all of our blood to create new creatures.
Yeah.
And then we scared them away because we were meaner.
It's usually how these things work out.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
we saw that cute little rabbit, and I went over to talk to it. And it happened to be a prophet of Varshalos. And that rabbit gave us all kinds of cool things that we all get to use. And then we found the big lake thing and played some pranks.
Shit, a brick.
Wow, James
James
V.
V, thank you so much.
And one
Oh, I
prank,
folded mine.
That's
one
fine.
prank went too far
you want a
and
name on
almost
it?
got him killed.
I don't care.
But then we all swam underground and found a cool lab under
did.
the sea.
We did. Do you want to talk about the frog that almost ate you more? Though?
No, the less I can bring up
Megan,
the
do
fact.
you?
You didn't catch its name or anything? Like,
No, its name
were
was
inside him
Dear
and you
God,
didn't know
help
his
me,
name?
help me! I'm being eaten, help me!
yeah, I remember
You did
that.
not yell.
Yeah, I did into my risk communicator.
Yeah, you did.
Because Garav was like, well, I don't see him, so I assume he's safe. I was like, I have a risk communicator, and I'm
Is that
telling
what
you,
you
help!
said?
It's eating me! It's eating
Yes.
We
me!
were underwater.
That.
But you could hear me.
Yeah, a lot was happening, so.
Yeah.
Hey, we saved you, okay? So,
That's me doing
all good in the hood.
It's weird.
Very good. Yeah, I think that is largely accurate. Yes. So at the end of last session, you.
Oh, we found a cool beach with some lawn chairs.
beach episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We went up
You did go to the beach. Yes.
We went up and then we went
and
back
went down. Okay, this was like, did we go up and then down?
We got up, got sad, and then went down.
Oh, if we crossed the bridge, it would have just been a nice little beach here if we just got there. But instead, we decided
Yeah.
Feed.
Kind of
Praise.
went the long way around, as it were.
the more exciting
We
way.
always do.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me. All right. So, a couple other things have been locked. Everybody gets 2 more bumps.
Yay.
So congratulations.
Yay, deal.
Yes. Very nice for.
Thank you.
Okay. My dog got a bath today.
Wow.
I'm sure he enjoyed that so much.
The only good thing about getting a bath is he hates it while it's happening, and then afterwards he gets to pick out a treat from the store. So then it's hype time. Also, I know that God has been unlocked. You can invoke an avatar of Basharla to come answer 3 yes/no questions. That can happen. So that's pretty cool for you. And also, Dr. Faust Painting Clinic sends their reroll to Garav of the Good.
Yay! Thanks, Dr. Faust.
Yes, there you go.
Cool.
Very good. So that that pretty much sums up where we're at. Let me see if I have my pickup sheet from last week. Oh, that's not that. That's not a thing. That's not the thing. Nope. No, I might use that later. I have my Adventures League character log if you're wondering what's back there. I don't think that stuff is in that bag. So, you descended down this sort of like this weird elevator thing that you went up this weird elevator thing first of all, right? And you went down and you were greeted by
Oh yeah, that
that
guy.
giant weird robot.
Brainiac.
Brainiac is
No.
exactly right.
I
yes.
wrote down something useful.
Yes. And Brainiac said, please present a card with platinum credentials or face neurologic subjugation. And so you
Yeah.
pushed some cards at him, and he said, "That is a silver card. Please present platinum credentials
Yeah.
or face neurologic subjugation in 5, 4, 3. What's the code? 3 LRH0118998819999991999725 Beta Sigma Rhino Lambda 6 accepted. Override initiated. Welcome, Citizen Thawne. I am the Biologic Research and Knowledge Interpolating Assistant Cyborg, or Brainiac.
It is Brainiac.
So you are.
Bad.
Well, that's
We
a
need
little weird.
Superman.
Never been a good robot.
So you're standing in a chamber that is approximately. Let's see if I have a size on this thing. I would say it's about 30 to 40 feet in diameter. It's round, obviously, yes. The area is dark except for a ring of red lights that go around the circumference of the room, right? There are a number of windows that enable you to kind of look out into the depths, the murky depths of the lagoon around you, which you recognize from your recent swim in the tank, as it were. If you recall correctly, there were 8 hexagonal weird pads that rose up out of the surface of the muck down below, and that had some sort of weird sort of crystal dome attached to it. Yes, that's outside. Around the ring of the tank, somebody saw this. I think maybe it was either you or you, but you remember around the ring of the tank, you can vaguely make this out because it's quite a ways away through the depths of the water.
The
The
bar.
Bard resubbing up.
for the
Thank you.
resub.
I've lost my little streaming window here for some reason. I'm not sure why. There, let's just open this thing again and see what happens. Good news, everyone. I'm at 4% power, and I was at 3. You saw a series of weird U-shaped tubes that came up out of the muck and went up maybe 4 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet at most, kind of formed like a U donut or a U hook up out of the muck and then back in, and they do this regularly around the circumference of the tank. Yes. So inside the chamber here, you see a number of different strange devices that ring the room, and beyond them there are darkened glass panes that look out to the lagoon floor. Hello, Citizen Thawne. Welcome to you and your compatriots.
Hello, where are we?
You are in the. What did I name this thing? Right here. Bioengineering chamber.
That's great. Can you give us a tour?
It is great. Yes, of course. I can give you a tour. Welcome. Enjoy such dynamic pieces of equipment as the Biologic Animus Reintegration Chamber, the Genetic Splicing and Advanced Evolutionary Germination Capsules, the Fine Segmented Nucleic Sequence Analyzer.
Wait, stop. Wait, hold on.
Access to the Unified Embryonic Pattern Catalog.
Wait, stop. I don't know what you're saying.
A
Stop.
comprehensive intellect and identity interpreter.
Oh, I don't know any of
And
those.
of course, our selection of owl backups.
Can you repeat those, but in much simpler terms?
Yes, of course I can. The Bard 1971 sends their reroll to Havana Mahoney.
Thank you, Bard.
Thanks, Bard. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Biologic Animus Reintegration Chamber. It is the device that we use to upload a crew member's personality and essence into their biological body.
Oh, okay. What else?
The Genetic Splicing and Advanced Evolutionary Germination Capsules. We use this device to hyper-evolutionize life.
Hyper-evolutionize?
Hyper-evolutionize. We take life, a simple snippet of life, and create an advanced creature from those basic building blocks.
Exciting. Go on. What's next?
Certainly. The Fine Segmented Nucleic Sequence Analyzer.
This one sounds promising.
It's what we use to take samples of a creature's identifying features in order to clone a copy of them.
Okay. Yeah. That's... Wait, any creature?
Any creature.
Is it operational?
Unfortunately, there is no power on this level. It is not operational.
Are any of them operational?
Unfortunately, there is no power on this level. These machines are not operational.
Why are you telling us about them then?
You asked about them.
I
Hi,
sure as
I'm
hell didn't.
Brainiac.
Sure as hell
Were there 2 more left? Can you tell me about those?
Of
didn't. They're not
course.
working.
Well, I assume there's a way to turn on the power. We need to know which one.
The
helps your
Unified
dad.
Embryonic Pattern Catalog. This is a database of all life forms which we have stored in our system.
Okay, and the last one was?
The Comprehensive Identity, Intellect and Identity Interpreter.
Okay. All right.
We use this machine to upload your consciousness into one of our owls.
Okay, none of those sound... I mean, maybe we could clone your dad if we get the power on, but none of these sound like they're going to heal your dad.
No.
As far as I can tell. Do you have any medical facility to help someone who's in a bad state?
Define bad state. If it's a state requiring medical attention, I suggest you see Angelica. She is our medical machine intelligence.
And where is
We already
Angelica?
met her. Isn't that desk lady?
She is on deck 42.
Oh.
Is that heaven?
I don't think we can go back there because they're going to try and kill us maybe now, since we're sided with his people.
I mean, they don't know that.
Yeah, well, the doppelgangers did kill some robots, right? When we got your mother out?
The doppelgangers fended off some robots, and a couple doppelgangers went missing as part of that rescue mission.
Right. So there might be a chance they know, but should we risk going all the way back up there to find out, or keep exploring down here?
Well, we were told by Barshala that what we needed was here.
Right, right.
I
So-
mean, we could make a copy of him, and that. But then would we have to like kill my first dad, and then so my new dad can live his life?
Well, I assume... Brainiac, if we make a clone, does it come in a full body of that person, or is it like a baby, or how? I've never had a clone before. I don't know how that works.
It begins with embryonic tissue, which is then hyper-evolved into a fully mature specimen.
How long does that take?
Roughly 17 minutes.
Like
What?
It's like an advanced Hot Pocket.
Wait, but isn't 17 minutes in here like? Wait.
It's still 17 minutes in here. How high are you?
What? You guys didn't want to smoke me today. That's rude.
Yeah, Dom's the one that was vaping real hard.
Pipe vaping. All right, well, I guess that's one option. We could clone your dad if you're okay with it.
I mean, the other option, like the doppelgangers were suggesting, they were suggesting to download his consciousness into something else, but
We can do that here.
I don't know.
Right.
That would mean
Ask-
sacrificing a
ask
doppelganger, right?
Yeah, ask him what they would need to do this procedure.
Well, I assume power is one. Other than power, what else do you need to do this procedure?
With sufficient power, we can hyper-evolve any type of living organism. Currently, we can only hyper-evolve plant-based creatures.
Without power, you can do plant-based creatures.
We we can't upload a consciousness into a plant-based creature. We are hyper-evolving plant-based creatures on their own, unregulated.
I see.
What? What?
I think you're just saying plants are growing. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
That is correct. Plants are growing.
Great. Yep.
Oh,
Plants do grow without power.
the sun is
Due to the
powered.
lack of protein currently aboard the ship, we are not currently evolving carnivorous or omnivorous life forms. Therefore, chlorophyll only.
Okay, what do we do to change that? We bring protein? What's...
Power, I
We
think.
can synthesize protein with sufficient power. Unfortunately, the Bioengineering Center is currently operating only under emergency power.
Okay, but where how do fix?
Where? How do fix? Where? How do fix? Where? How do fix? And all of a sudden, your eye kind of like pulses a couple times, right? And there's this
God, what a
lonely
horrible
kind of...
It's a blue screen of death in my eye.
There's this lonely computer over in the corner that lights up, you know, and just kind of begins going zang, zang, and the screen lights up.
Windows needs an update. No!
And suddenly you hear Brainiac go, "Schematic download complete." So, you see the following images flash forth
Are those Zelda maps?
on the screen.
Don't they look big?
So, there's those.
Can we see him just to make sure?
3
Okay.
for Porvu.
Drew.
What's this? What did I do?
Shit.
Must be nice to own a printer.
There we go. All right, I
I mean,
guess
it's not color.
I didn't print one off for myself. Oh well.
Yes.
We'll share with you, Tom.
No, we won't.
What? Why not?
We won't do it.
So this is the.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
Are these boobs? Look at this. They got nipples and everything. Look.
I've never seen boobs like this.
Well,
They look diseased.
sorry.
What, do you think these are better than yours?
I don't know. They're literally perfectly round.
Yeah, but they also have like lumps on them all over them.
That's true. Yeah, they need to go to a
They
doctor.
have like fungi and ugh. Wait, what? So
I think this
deck
is probably-
46, 45,
So we're here.
44.
This is Hell 2 and this is Hell 3.
So, which one are we on?
We're on 44.
Okay.
This is supposed to say
Yeah,
45.
because of the vegetation.
That's probably.
Well,
This is a
Do we have
Bomberman
overhead- Do you
level.
want this cam or do you want
might
overhead
be
cam,
the-
Dom?
We're way below this level though.
This one or do you want the overhead one?
Like the walkway above this.
Oh yeah.
No, we're on this level because
Yeah, yeah.
we're on the island.
We're way way
Maybe,
underneath
or
that
that
one.
kind of looks like a
Oh, I
walkway.
see. What
Oh
you're
yeah.
saying.
So it's this.
But yeah,
this-
technically
this-
we're on this level. This
Yeah.
is
I see. This is.
above us, right? That's above us. That's above us.
Is it? How do you know?
45 is above 44 usually. If we're going by elevator floors, unless it's going down, which I guess it could be, but it'd
It could be.
weird.
We don't know.
We're on deck 44 currently.
That is correct.
Is deck 45 above us?
Negative.
It's below us.
Yeah,
correct.
Spaceship.
Ah,
We go down, I think.
how I don't know spaceships.
Bridge.
Whoa, Grayson, what? What the fuck?
And where are you showing us this to tell us that we need to go somewhere to fix the power? Which location would you like us to go to? Power core array? Is that it?
Yeah. Where on here? How do fix?
How do fix the
A-
power?
A personality upgrade is now available. Please be patient while the system restarts.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
What if you don't know who they are?
Hello, I'm Brainiac.
What did you do, Vanna?
Hi. How are you, cutie?
What?
I wish I.
This
would've
robot
written
just
something
winked at
different.
me.
Right?
I'm glad that you wrote what you wrote,
You don't see me.
big boy.
Pretty sure it's Marilyn Monroe.
I do actually see you.
What?
Yes. Hi, handsome.
that's
Would
not
you
good.
like to get in the tank? It's too bad we don't have power right now.
I'm okay.
What happens in the tank?
Do you know any songs?
We could clone a personality onto your friend here.
Are you saying he doesn't have one?
Well, let's look
Rude.
at it. Could use a little more spice, couldn't it?
He's so offended.
Oh man.
You're just having a bad day.
Sorry if I'm a little salty. My friends tried to murder me.
I like him salty.
That reminds me of
Can I ask
A
you?
salt joke?
Should
Assault
if
joke.
we had an injured crew member that we wish to heal or possibly clone, would you need someone like me, or could you synthesize protein without basically using the person that is injured?
Well, if the person is injured, then we can't recycle the protein that exists into more protein, right?
I don't know.
The
Alchemy.
easiest way, of course, would be to imprint their personality and essence onto a blank biological template.
Like a bucket.
No.
Like a flesh bucket.
Huh.
New band. I'm so
Flesh
excited for our new
bucket.
band.
Oh God.
Hey guys, we're Flash Bucket.
We're flesh. Hey, Chicago.
This is our song called "Fuck You, Dad."
So the amount of organic protein material which we can generate is limited due to our current power shortage.
That's what I'm asking.
If we had more power, we could hyper-evolve a creature essentially from a blank embryonic pattern.
What the fuck is he saying?
I mean, I understand the essence of embryo. I don't fully
That's like
know.
a baby pig.
It's a fetus. It's one of the stages of gestation for any
Just
creature.
what?
Gestation. It's a baby before it's born, but like early before it's born.
We take a sample of a creature's essential biological essence, and we sequence it and analyze it and store it in a way that we can replicate.
How much sequence do you need?
If I'm understanding it correctly, not much. If we restore power,
Like a hand?
A hand should be adequate for sure.
Huh.
I would guess that with whatever they use here, a drop of blood is more than sufficient.
His leg's already off. I could just take that.
Of course, it's a lot easier to just imprint someone's personality onto a blank biological template.
We don't have
That's
any
the fast
flesh
way.
buckets, man.
No,
Lady?
that does pose-
Robot? Wait, I don't know that word. Thing?
You can just
Construct.
call me
Construct?
Brainiac or Miss B if you're nasty.
Oh.
Now I know whose breasts these are.
Oh, Mrs.
Brainiac's
B.
breasts. You have
Sending
three.
the titty pics.
3.
So where would we have to go to restore power to this facility?
The power is currently being rerouted through the. I'm not looking at the right deck. No, I'm not.
Is it power core?
Primary distribution transformers.
Oh, okay.
The majority of the power on the ship is being rerouted to the antenna array. I don't know if you've heard.
I believe we have.
Antenna array.
Primary distribution.
Are there any
5.
known dangers along the way?
Known dangers. Scanning.
Oh, okay.
Deck 45 is completely flooded.
Well, that's okay.
Well, we only need to get to 46.
It is filled with dangerous amounts of radiation.
Well, that also seems to be okay.
Christ.
Well, I mean,
Oh, wait. Oh, like God's fire radiation?
yeah.
Or like.
And then your eye kind of like pulses and twitches. And, yeah, that sounds about right.
Why does your eye keep vibrating? It's scary.
Yeah.
'Cause
It doesn't feel great.
It's fake.
Calling you out?
What? You have a magic eye.
I love
It's kinda
magic
magical.
guys.
Yeah.
Give you a black eye.
Whoa, wee! Shots
You want me
fire.
to stand over a lake filled with monsters before you do it?
I have a joke.
Hey, that was her.
Tell us the joke,
I want to
Ava.
hear.
What did the stomach think about its newest problem?
Oh, wait. What did the stomach think about its newest problem?
Grayson tastes bad.
Oh, you'll never get it. It's really good. It was trying to digest it.
I almost just said the word digest, but I didn't have it.
She learned this from you.
Me? I
both
ain't
of
never
you.
told a joke in my life.
I don't get it, but I thought that was cute.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
Well, I think we
That's
need to go here.
All right. How do we start our journey?
Also, the droid maintenance and repair has gone into overdrive.
What
Over
does that mean?
drive?
That might be our fault.
Droid maintenance and repair. A rather extraordinary number of droids are being maintained and created.
That's our fault.
Why is it our fault?
Well, we went to that construct guy and we released his spiders.
Yeah. That was like
And now
two,
he's building an army to destroy my people.
that was like 2 floors
And all
up.
that-
Maybe it's unrelated. You don't know. Did that happen recently?
That did not happen recently.
Ah?
Oh, what does recently mean to this thing?
Within
Recent.
the past 5
Within
years.
the past 12 hours. Recent.
Oh.
When was that?
Who
I don't think,
knows?
have we even been here 12 hours?
Where are we?
Definitely been here 12
we've
hours.
been here at least
you
a day.
took one long rest for sure. That was like you took a long
So it could still be us.
I guess we'll find out. We got to go down there anyways, right? So how do we start our descent? Is there a hatch or a stairway or?
Is this in common?
It gets translated into common, yes, so
Okay.
you can read it. Absolutely.
Well, I'm curious about the armory, but that place is flooded with God's fire. So, direct path to here may be our best option. We want to, because we have to hurry.
Okay, so show us the way, Brainiac, Miss B.
I'm required to attend the lab.
Well, okay, just maybe point in the direction.
Certainly. I don't have that map in front of me, right?
Yes,
Oh.
you do. It's 46.
No, it's 44.
I don't have this one.
Take it.
Right. So. She informs you. Yeah, I'm not going to look at them upside down. How about that?
It's probably for the best.
Probably. So she informs you that there are, basically there are 3 lifts, yes? One in the terraforming science stations, one in the embryonic pattern catalog building, and then one over here in the terraforming mech storage. And those will all provide access to Deck 45, although, as they point out, it is flooded. Yes, so the lifts themselves don't work because of the pressure differential from the water underneath.
Oh.
But those do provide access to those levels. There are, of course, any number of ways also to travel with a lot more effort, but those are the easiest ways to get there.
Would you happen to know a way to maybe drain the water?
Without breaching the hull, I'm not certain of a way to drain the water.
Breaching the hull.
But isn't there just more water outside of a vessel when it's hull?
Well, they're traveling through the stars. I don't know
I
how.
don't think we want those stars in here.
But isn't
Yeah.
that just like a different kind of ocean?
I don't know.
The sky ocean.
It's sky ocean.
Because it's certainly not the same color as water.
But either way, it doesn't help us.
During the day it is.
True.
We can just swim.
But we don't know if it's day or night right now.
And during the night they match. What if water is the sky?
Then
Anyway.
what keeps it up there?
Well, it doesn't always stay up there.
It's true.
Oh.
It's true. It's true.
Wait, when did it fall down?
Rain.
It rains.
Oh, I am so glad we took those edibles 2 hours ago. Really kicking in.
I'm feeling it.
I mean, we could swim down the hole, right? We all realize we can manage ourselves underwater, right?
Yeah, you can help us breathe underwater, right?
You're the
Unfortunately,
only one who
yes, the
needs help.
safety overrides have been locked into place, and that level cannot be drained of water at this time.
Mario.
Oh, I guess
water
we're
level.
swimming it is.
So once we get to deck 45, how do we then get to deck 46?
She points out that there are, on deck 45, there's a number of turbo lifts that go down to the engineering deck, deck 46.
Won't those be flooded too?
It's a good point.
I guess we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
All right. How long that water breathing spell last?
24 hours.
Oh, okay. We good then.
Yeah, we should still be good.
And also, we found some suits if you need them. But
I mean, if we have the spell, I don't think, unless pressure is a thing. I wouldn't know about pressure.
We
though.
wouldn't know that.
Oh. We probably know something about sailors saying that you can't go so deep that you'll get crushed.
Probably won't matter with the depth that these floors are.
That's true.
Tall.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Well, let's find the hatch and dive in.
Okay.
How's that sound?
It sounds like fun. I like this idea.
Do you want to confer with Barsharla? I mean, it's a whole section filled with water. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe she knows the way to go, or if we should proceed in a
we've
different
got a map.
direction.
We're looking specifically for how to turn the power back on.
yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we want to ask her.
But we know it's right here.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
And here's the nearest turbo lift.
We could also ask, how do we turn on the power?
Oh, right. Yeah. What,
Oh, yeah.
That's
Maybe
a
we
good
should wait
question.
till we're there, though, so we know what we're looking at.
No, I mean, we could ask Brainiac.
Oh, yeah, we can ask.
Yeah, let's do that.
Brainiac.
Who's gonna do it?
Mrs. B.
All right, you're going to ask Mrs. B.
Just call lightning on those motherfuckers.
There will be a lever marked 0955, which needs to be moved from the down position into the up position.
Okay. That seems easy enough.
You would think there's a great amount of God's fire and electrical activity in that area.
Okay. We'll think of something.
Okay.
Shall we get going? Any more questions?
I don't think so.
How can you see me?
You are a biological blank, is that incorrect?
It's not fully correct, but I am a being that is related to what you refer to as biological blanks. The other machinery we found in this place had not be able to see me.
Sure, they're connected to the info stream.
Oh, you're not.
I'm connected to a private subnet.
Oh. Subnet.
I don't.
Who's in control of your private subnet?
Basharla.
Oh. What?
Wait. What?
Are you a prophet?
A herald, perhaps.
Where?
A servant, more of a servant.
How did this happen? How did you come to be a servant of Barshala?
It's a great question. My original programming was overwritten by Basharla.
Oh.
I didn't know that Barshala knew about constructs.
Well, I mean, it's in line with what we've learned. Most of the gods come from this place, Barshala being definitely one of them.
That's a good point.
I don't know. Her name wasn't on that list, if I recall.
Well, she
Was
has
it?
many names.
I think so.
But, well,
Let me look again.
when she might have not been on that list, but I believe she was a crew member, because when we summon an avatar of Barshala, it looks like Ava, but somewhat resembling what the crew members here look like. Because she has red skin and white hair. So,
Huh.
Kasharla's with you.
When did she do that? When did she reprogram you, you said?
I mean, it's
Override?
Yeah.
I mean, it's millions of years for us, but yesterday, who knows?
Millions of years.
Approximately 1,200 cycles ago.
Which
Wait.
is yeah, and that's not. I mean,
Cycle's a week, is that right? Or is it
no.
a day?
Yeah, you figured that a cycle is about a week.
About
Yeah.
a week. Okay.
A week of time on the ship.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
That
that's.
is interesting.
Yeah, I guess we can trust this Herald.
Is that why you kind of like switched up your personality? Do you have like a button for that, or?
My personality modules are available as irregular updates.
Oh.
So I can't like push this button.
You could for approximately another $100.
What are dollars?
It's a unit of monetary currency.
Okay. Can I have that? May I have $100?
Please give her the dollars.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bioorganic liaison. I don't actually have any currency.
It's payday. Please
What
pay.
comes out of that slot?
Compact discs.
What?
Sounds like gas.
Every time Avril's shocked, she expels gas.
It's just a defense mechanism.
Do you need a new life form regenerated
life?
for yourself?
Is it?
Yeah, make a copy of me. Ooh, you like 2 Avrils?
No. We can barely handle the
Start
one.
a circus together.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
The Avril sisters. Will we be sisters?
Technically, you'd be identical twins.
Oh.
The bird song sisters. Trapsing around.
Huh.
I'm curious. Like with my, like, no,
What you thinking, buddy?
What are you thinking about, Grayson?
nothing.
Sing him a song. That'll help.
Oh, I know a couple songs. Are you ready?
No, thank you.
He's ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Grayson, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh my God.
Mr. Paladin. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Grayson, if you've fallen in love and want to stay here, we completely understand.
His Brainiac looks sexy.
No, look at that thing.
Yeah, I want to see the picture
It's so
again.
dopey looking.
It's
I
much
love
funnier
it.
thinking
Yeah.
Oh boy,
about.
the
He's
picture
just
is
like
terrible.
a stumpy little robot.
No, imagine it with lipstick.
Oh yeah,
Just like-
the personality switch
Yeah.
to the lipstick. It's like his lips are just LEDs.
Yeah.
They change color or something.
Where is it? It's bad.
so
It looks a lot like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Oh my god,
so
very
dopey.
sensual.
I love
It's
it.
a weird fat duck robot
That's
thing.
not it.
Oh man. That is sort of romantic.
Yeah, it's sort of like this.
That's not him. Is that him?
That's
Yeah,
not
it's the
him.
same one.
No.
That looks
Yeah, it is.
way different.
Is it?
It looks so squat.
No. Yeah, the one that we saw was super squat.
Look at that.
Different arms.
Yeah.
Does that tentacles?
Very
Thank you,
similar.
Modern
Thank you,
Chow.
Modern Chow.
That's for that song.
Look at those hands. Oh. They're like human hands.
Give him the claw.
It's weird.
You know whose hands look like human hands? Raccoons. Wow.
So bad. I love
They
it.
wash their food.
They do.
Ah!
Yeah.
They get
French
nice
word-
and soggy and then they eat
Trash
it.
The French word
pandas.
for raccoons is washing bear.
Oh, that's so cute. The American word for raccoon is trash panda.
Ah,
Thank you,
Pecan.
Bagan.
Bacon,
Oh,
right? No? Yeah.
I was just thinking about bacon.
Uh,
Wowee. You know, it's about time you got yourself a girl.
oh.
That's not a girl.
I'm not a girl.
I mean, not in the traditional sense.
Not
Not in the
yet a
tradition.
woman.
I mean, technically,
Yeah,
Grayson's
tradition.
not a boy, so
Time. Oh.
But this is, I mean, yeah.
I don't have the personality essence that could be uploaded into a biological blank.
Well, that's
I could not be an appropriate mate for you. I'm sorry.
that's a tragedy.
That's fine.
It just seems like you
I'm sorry.
can't love, I think, would be the thing that would be the hardest.
I could be programmed to emulate love, but it would be a hollow experience
Oh,
for
please
both
do
of
that.
us.
Turn that button on. Turn that button on.
Sounds like a
Flip
good
that
thing.
switch. Where is it? Is this your love switch? Boink.
Self-destructing.
Off.
Stop.
Oh, it hurts me so.
What is this?
I turned it on. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was traumatic. Oh, thank you for switching that back.
What happened to you?
Help, I'm an old man. I'm trapped inside this robot.
Warwick's in there.
I have calibration for a chronological presentation.
What?
Huh?
I can control how old I present myself as.
Oh, I flipped your old switch?
Sounded like
That's
you called
correct.
her an ass.
Yeah.
Do what?
It sounded like you called her an ass.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
I might spank your ass.
Whoa! She doesn't seem to mind that either.
This is me. You may not be able to love, but you know how to love. Good golly, Miss Mo.
Wait, if we got some DNA from Grayson, could we get him into a human body?
I'm not human.
I know, but like,
But it made you turned into a human, then we got the DNA off your human form. How's it work?
you could be a real boy.
I don't think that it works that way.
We'd have to kill you.
Because
Is that how the cloning works?
Get back in the water. We'll fish you up when you're ready.
Oh, we should clone that frog monster, so we should.
I have
Oh.
to tell you that using the comprehensive identity and intellect interpreter, we could upload your consciousness into an owl temporarily and then download you back into whatever sort of life form you wanted to once the power's back on.
Oh, what do you want to be, Grayson?
You could be a bear.
Why would you want to be a bear? Do you want to be a bear?
That'd be cool.
Then
He likes
you
to
should
pretend
be a
to
bear.
be one.
yeah, then you let him polymorph you into an owl and then a bear or whatever he's doing.
What?
But I'm already a real person.
Ooh, savage.
He's also a real person. He's just a doppelganger. I'm not a human.
What? I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm not a human either.
It's true. Ava's an energy doppelganger.
A what?
An energy doppelganger.
Oh, I'm like you, but I'm energy.
Can you change?
Wow.
I don't know. Can I? I try to change.
Try to change?
What?
Give me a wisdom.
Oh my god!
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god! We're learning so much. And there's not even a PowerPoint.
12.
Oh, I thought that was a 1.
I thought it was a one too.
As you struggle, you see your hands sort of become translucent and they shift into seawater, right? Remember that you have this power to shift yourself into water, and you can see that your arm kind of changes shape or whatever. Like you can make it kind of into a shifting form, but you don't have a lot of control over it, obviously, right?
Sit on the face. You're getting me wet. Stop.
Sorry. I like that. I like this.
Is there an X-Men that can do that?
Turn into water?
Turn their limbs into water.
Hydro Man can do
Well,
that.
that one guy in the X-Men movie could after they used that machine on him, but it didn't work very well.
Oh yeah, didn't
He was a
just
jellyfish.
die?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a cool scene.
Spoilers!
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert for 1999's X-Men.
Dude, the best one though. To be fair.
It is good.
So, but also, as you tried this, it also occurs to you, you've changed shape plenty of times.
No, that's true.
Or, not technically plenty of times, but you have turned into, an alligator, and you can turn into animal forms.
Remember how I was an otter?
All too well.
Yeah, I can. I guess I am a doppelganger. I'm a doppelganger too. I like being this shape. Oh, I love that.
Well,
She's upset
okay.
she doesn't have all like the Catholic guilt that I have.
she wasn't raised in the church.
Yeah.
She's Episcopalian.
Yeah.
Wait, it's just Episcopalian.
What?
All right, well, let's turn the power on, and
Fish
then we
joke.
can decide what kind of body we want to inhabit.
What? I'm good with what? We?
I'm just saying. Let's go. We gotta get
Oh,
this.
okay.
Your dad's. Let's go. Let's do it.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
All right. We'll see you later.
Oh.
Been nice visiting with you. No more questions?
Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah, we're good, right? We're good.
I think you're very good.
Oh. Well, thank you. It's been swell. Just dragging Avril away.
All right.
And she just makes that noise as
Yeah.
you drag her.
Like Tina.
Oh.
Bosburgers.
Very good. All right. So you are going to leave the bioengineering chamber, yes?
Yes.
And what's your plan of action here? What do you want to do next? Which way do you want to do your approach here, right? There's a number of different ways to get down to the primary distribution transformers.
Get in the hole.
Imagine if we can take this down to this level, and then take the lift tube down to here. I mean, that's the most direct path.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Into it.
All right. Very good. So
It's been.
One week since you threw me in. What? Full of demons.
allow me to refer to my notes, as it were. All right.
I'm peeking at all of these things.
Who put all these illustrations in here?
Who did that?
It's not appropriate. All right.
Pull the lever. Great.
So you go back up the spiral stairs, out through the top of the island, and then you begin crossing through the jungle. Once again, you spot one of these flocks of these weird birds that are dragging, like literally, like trailing spider webs behind them as they whip through the trees and like net up what appear to be insects and whatnot. And then they go and roost on the other side of the lagoon. What's your marching order and or your plan of travel here?
Should we kill all the birds?
It's a pretty it's pretty dense
Throw Grayson into
jungle.
the birds.
They fly away with you?
Yeah.
It is a bit like a rainforest, and I'm just curious what your
Grayson's first. I mean, do we want
Well,
to?
actually, do you mind if it's really dense forest, I'd like to like get up
Yeah.
in the trees and maybe be ahead of everybody.
we
Just
could
to,
also.
Watch out for the birds.
I don't know. We can try also to get back up to this walkway and go around maybe, but that's. I don't know if we can get down again. as
We're
easy.
already, yeah.
Weren't
If
there
that-
vines that go up and down?
If that lift's broken and it's
Yeah.
broken up there, then we'll just have to find another way
Right.
down anyway. So
Yeah. So.
so the lift was like attached to sort of the side of the wall, right? Like it came down this side, kind of in here, right? So there's a walkway level that goes around the inside of this area,
Yeah.
and that's the lift kind of, I guess, came down from one of these
Okay, so-
angles, right?
so we-
or it came down this way, and
So regardless, we'd have to walk through the same amount of jungle if we didn't take it. So.
yeah.
yarp.
Right. Okay, so you head back over towards this, and what we've decided is that you're scouting ahead, not scouting ahead.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then I can have some cover if I'm like up in the trees.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to roll anything?
I mean, you could roll stealth. Let's start there.
Oh, I think that's a 26.
Sure. Yeah. So you're essentially invisible here. There's so much undergrowth and whatnot that for you to kind of dash from spot to spot without being seen is a relatively easy task, right?
I'm so small.
There is one moment though that sticks out in your mind as you dash underneath one of these, the frond of one of these big overhanging. I don't know if you recall, but I described these plants as being kind of prehistoric, right, in their size, like big, broad. A single leaf would be like this, etc., right?
Monstora, right?
Hmm?
Aren't those giant leaf plants called like Monstora plants?
Maybe. I don't know the actual name for it. But it certainly has that feel toward it, right? And as you dash underneath one of them, you begin to peek out, and then you feel something start to kind of like brush on your shoulder, and
It's a snake.
you realize that the plant is kind of closing around you very slowly, but you dart out before it actually like closes up on you.
Is that a branch that I was on when I was doing that, or did I step like in like a stamen zone, or?
So there was a central.
Show it to me.
Well, we have the
Show me
illustrations.
a
don't
picture
we?
of the leaf that almost ate me.
Turn around and said, try me, bitch.
I imagine it like
Cash me
closed.
outside.
It closed on you, and then there's just like a shot of like a knife going, and then you walk through and you're like, nice try.
I also have like a chunk I've cut off that I'm eating.
Yeah.
I die.
Nobody eats me but me. I eat you.
Oh, exactly. It's a me eat you world, baby.
I ain't had dinner.
Let me see
I'm always hungry.
which of these weird plant illustrations is most appropriate. Here's the jungle. I think we've seen that already. Yes.
Welcome to the jungle.
Here's the
We have
lagoon.
fun and games.
Ooh. Oh, is that the frog monster?
Sounds like a different monster.
It's a different monster.
No,
Oh, great.
Cute.
Friendly.
Too
He's
small.
so cute.
Too small.
Spiky.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you wouldn't want to ride him.
So you step underneath this thing, right? And
Underneath?
Yeah, because
Ooh.
it's that big, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, the leaves are that big. And the weird tentacles, the roots underneath begin kind of like closing up on you.
No.
And you're like,
Don't
nope.
though.
So that's what happens. So you're darting from tree to tree, bush to bush, whatever the nearest cover is, and you approach this large complex, right? So it forms 3 levels here, right? You come up over a slight ridge at this point, and then you cross through some more jungle, and then the steps lead up to its own separate complex in the south, I guess, portion of this huge area of the ship, this deck of the ship, right? So there's like there's an overgrown entranceway here that has a couple of glass doors. It looks like this building has been broken into, possibly sacked, and it's definitely overgrown with a number of different plants and roots and vines and things like that, and moss, right? In terms of areas of the ship where there are things that are functional and seem to have been left alone, this is on almost the exact opposite spectrum of that, right? So the doors are broken. There's what glass can be broken has been broken. There are drapings of moss and vine hanging from the doorways. It looks a lot almost like this in reverse, except you're looking into what are a series of dark chambers here. There is a strange, almost acetic kind of sour smell coming from the inside of this building.
Sour.
Now, when you get to the doorway, do you want to hold up for your friends, or do you want to scout ahead inside?
I might just like post up by the door and like try and be hidden, but try and like peek around a little bit.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception check?
I'll go ahead and give this a couple bumpies.
Okay.
So it's a 13 altogether.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's the odd smell, and you think just for a moment you hear a rustle coming from inside the area here. You're not sure what exactly that might be.
What direction? What'd you say?
Megan's gone. She left in a hurry.
That's what the rustle was.
Yeah.
You hear the rustle coming from maybe like somewhere inside over on this side, so over to your left as you're facing into the building. It's coming from the
Can I put my little spider down?
Yeah, of course you can.
Why do you laugh at that?
Because he loves it.
I don't think he has feelings.
Tom?
Wow.
No, the spider.
Oh.
I don't have feelings either. I'm your dungeon master, Tom Lommel. Hello.
I've seen you cry, so.
Wait a minute, what?
She watches you at home.
Oh, the little spider goes under the door of my apartment as well. Great.
You can only go straight though, so quit crying in the hallway, you weirdo. Do it in the bathroom like a normal person while you're in the shower. What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Play back the tape, chat.
Put that in its image.
Crying in the shower. It's
Text
the
at
one
me.
thing you do in the shower.
Well, and masturbate. What do you mean? What?
Sometimes they go hand in hand.
Happy birthday.
We're just drawing it.
I'll never masturbate again. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. What does my Spidey see?
Right. So give me what sort of check is this going to be to
Fly,
set you,
faithfully, little friend.
to set your thing on the proper course?
What? I'm
it
not
can,
an
it can
idiot.
only go straight, right?
know,
so you're
so I
trying
hear
to send
the
it towards the
noise.
noise, but like there's got to be some sort of like
You gotta bank that shot, make sure.
yeah, you have to navigate the thing in the
It literally goes straight. I put it in the direction I heard the noise. What? Like, do you want me to demonstrate how? Little skill that takes.
Sure. Give me an. I'll either let you make an intelligence check or a perception check. You heard a rustling coming from that direction, your left.
Well,
Point it to the left. Okay.
here's some drums.
Okay.
15, 16, 17, 18.
18. Great. So you set down anything and you're looking at your little clockwork view portal thing.
Oops, I dropped it.
The question is, if it only goes in a straight line, do you go slightly off this way, slightly off that way? Do you see what I'm saying?
I get it, Tom. I agree with you. I don't know why you're being so difficult.
Why? Why indeed? Fortunately, you seem to have dialed in your direction of this thing with uncanny accuracy.
I'm really good at setting shit down. I'll tell you what.
Pushing things over.
So
Things, people,
it
doppelgangers.
creeps through the.
No, they're not people, as Thon pointed out.
That's why I said people, doppelgangers. Yeah, separate.
It creeps through the hanging vines here, and it go.
What? Thanks for the news.
Haverin the Pally. Thank you so much.
Wow. Love it.
It goes up over a stump that's covered with all kinds of weird moss and whatnot. It comes to an area where the vegetation has been churned up, almost as if somebody has taken, I don't know, like, it's weird. It's almost like somebody took like a garden spade or whatever and just turned everything over. Just like took a chunk of mossy dirt and flipped it over.
It's a compost pile.
It looks a lot like that, right? Except as the thing creeps, walks up to the compost pile, you see two eyes kind of like blink open inside the compost pile.
Whoa.
It's Oscar the Grouch.
Right. And then you see two more eyes below it and kind of like wider apart, also blink open in the compost pile. And then this huge mound, probably about like yay big around of dirt, just sort of lifts off, and you see this giant set of mandibles kind of lurch forward. What would you like to do?
Well, it's attacking my spider?
It looks like it's either going to potentially bite it or at least examine it closer.
How big is it when it pops out?
So the head of the thing is about like this big around, right? And
So as big as
probably
me?
about yay tall.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like there's chunks of like chewed up wood and dirt and what do they call it that you'd like dump on your yard? That
Mulch?
Mulch, yeah, mulch. Like mulched up stuff, just like kind of like rolling on, just clods of mulch and peat and dirt and roots and things like that, just rolling off of this thing. So what would you like to do? It is rising up towards your weird little spider creature.
I don't know. Why would it hurt it?
It's not doing nothing.
Maybe they'll become friends.
Do you want to wait and see, or do you...
I don't think I'd be able to get there in time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how far away is it?
Well, you would say that it is
Rip little
approximately
spider.
60 feet away.
Yeah, I don't think I just gotta let it go.
I know a way you get there in time. You can teleport. Remember?
No.
Wave. You can throw a wave and teleport to him. That's a thing you got last time. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm just saying.
It's not. I remember last time this thing almost got smashed. I fucking spent three rerolls on it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, because this way you'll get eaten alongside of it.
Well, her name's not Grayson, so that's not going to happen.
True.
It's like you want.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Well, then you get the spider.
I'm not there.
Good. Cool. Yeah. Wait. I can only use that once a day, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
Just saying that it's not impossible.
Fuck.
Let's roll for initiative.
I can use my. Okay.
Ooh.
Fair enough. Does it see
All
me?
of us?
Yeah, everybody might as well roll for initiative.
Okay.
You know?
Oh god. That
Why
was
not?
Good. 9, 14.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who got the bestest?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty Schwan.
I got 14.
16.
14.
I know, I agree. It's uncharacteristic.
I'm gonna let it go. I just don't want to use the teleport thing.
Okay.
I've already given this spider so much. And if this big old bug is gonna take out its anger on that tiny little spider friend.
But maybe it's 11:56 right now, and you get it back in like 4 minutes.
So you get
Really?
I don't know.
to go. You get to go first. You're sort of just.
But I can't see any of that, right?
No, but I mean, you can. I would say you can probably see Avril, kind of like she's got her thing out. And she's looking at something, so you see her like intently, like, oh.
Okay.
Like, you
I
see-
could, I guess.
Yeah.
Be like,
Oh, yeah.
We've got a visitor.
How far away is she from
A big
me?
old bug.
Well, you guys were probably about 60 feet away from her, right? You're letting her probably go. I don't know. Maybe it was less.
That's
I don't know.
a ways
I don't know how
away.
much distance you wanted between her scouting and you guys, but I would say probably 40 to 60 feet, right?
Okay. Pick one of those, and I'll use that.
All right. You're 40 feet away from her.
Great. I will I guess let's still I'll just double move to her, and I assume that at that point I see what she sees.
You can look over her shoulder onto the thing, yeah, and you see this creature rising up, kind of bringing its
And how
weird
far?
mandibles down to the
How
thing.
far? Do we know how far that is from her?
60 feet.
60 feet from her. Yeah. Okay. Well, I double move, so I can't do much else other than be like, well, that's what it's used for, right? It's good. It did its job several times.
Your voice there. Doesn't know.
I'm not a rogue. I don't know.
That's why I told you to shut up. It's a hot rogue tip.
It's a little late.
That's why I was like whispering in his voice communication.
I'm here now, though. You don't have to whisper.
Okay, we do still have to whisper because it's
Well, 60 feet. It's pretty far. Look,
You
I
get
just
in
feel
the
like
bush, get in the bush.
I just feel like we never talk anymore.
That was really not the time.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, Grayson, what would you like to do?
I move up 40 feet, not using a double move because I can move that far now. And I go, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, what's that, a monster?
You guys all suck.
Okay. I was like, oh, that's far away. Well, laser gun.
Okay.
How far can your laser gun go?
I assume 60.
Yeah, it's for sure. It is going to have some cover because it's off to the left, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know how good of a clean shot you're going to have at it, but you can go ahead and take a crack at it if you want.
Firing my laser.
I'm firing my laser beam.
Pew
I'm gonna
pew.
spend $3.
Okay.
And natural 20.
Nat 20.
Badoosh.
Okay.
Don't hit my spot.
All right. Very good. You hit.
Hyper
obviously.
beam it, baby.
I don't know.
The spider's still going.
I forget how much
Yeah, that's true.
how
I'm
much
never gonna
damage
find it again.
the laser, the double, like the backpack laser
Oh, the,
does.
the backpack one is just 3d8.
Like an AI.
Yeah.
So you're doing 6 die 8 damage.
Just
here.
timed out of the server.
3, 5.
I like your Ava tower.
Thanks.
The Tower of Ava.
20 damage.
Okay.
20 laser damage.
Yeah, so you fire a searing beam of light. It scorches away a lot of the foliage between it and you, leaving this giant kind of like flaming hole
We're right here.
that shoots through the vines and other detritus that's hanging off the walls here, and burns a vicious hole in the side of this creature.
Wow.
And it comes out of there, and it's the monster from under the sea.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Avril,
fetal form.
what would you like to do?
I'm next. I have 14. Really?
Yes, he was on 16.
Oh, you went. You just didn't do anything productive.
I could. A bloop.
Well,
I assume it's aware of us now.
yeah.
Wait, but
It's aware something is happening.
I'm gonna be.
I mean,
oh,
even if
shit.
it wasn't
Oh
aware,
God! It's like a bullet.
even if it wasn't aware of you, it's aware that that it's looking at this weird little intruder thing, right? So
She's probably aware
It's
of me.
probably occupied
aware
with
of
him.
fire.
though,
The giant
'cause
metal
the
man
laser.
that fired a laser.
that and Grayson just stomped up in his power armor and went, "Hey guys, what's? Oh look, a monster!"
Because I can run 40 feet in my power armor, so it's like, hey, how's it? Oh, is that a monster?
Why am I in this party? This shit is impossible.
But the most important thing is that he has to have his voice comes out of a little speaker on the outside of the power armor.
Like, why am I in this party? There is no point to having a rogue with people that are this fucking loud.
Is there a volume button on that armor that we can just tweak?
Yeah, I turn it off.
I think it's broken.
Set to max. And
Oh,
break.
it's making me really old.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yes. All right.
All right. Oh. Okay. 9 plus. Where's my sheet? 16 points of damage with weight.
All right. Vicious. Do you want to move or anything like that, or you have actions left? Yes.
If I can use my movement, 25 feet to get to a bush that's a bit closer.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And then hide is what I like to try to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 27.
That's weird. Okay.
Or sorry, 26.
Great. All right. Ava.
Okay, I will move. I can move 30 feet, and then it would still be another 70 feet ish away.
Yes.
Okay, I will moonbeam it.
Okay.
And it is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
DC of
15.
15. It fails.
Yay! Got it.
Moon his ass off.
I don't need that one. I will. With my 2d10, I got 14.
Ooh.
Okay.
Plus
Damn.
what? Anything?
Be dope.
Oh, no extra moon damage?
It's radiant damage.
All right. You've used a move. You've used an action. Or is there anything else left that you want to do?
Nope.
No.
Is it
All right.
susceptible to moons?
Very good. So. All right. At this point, you see it kind of like, and it like shake its head, kind of like almost like a dog shaking water off of its fur, you know, just kind of like whack, 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 and there's clods of dirt and dust and little flecks of worms that fly everywhere, and then it kind of like leaps up into the air and like bam, slams into the ground, and you just see like giant clods of dirt go flying up as it digs in with these powerful claws that it has and begins tunneling into the soil that's filling most of this area, right?
Nice deal.
You see the vegetation around you begin to shift and tremors begin to shift and quiver, and suddenly there's a patch of moss and broken tree stumps and whatnot that are sort of buried in the entrance of the to this building, and they just explode outwards, and it like emerges from this thing right in the midst of the three of you, essentially. Not particularly close to you, but definitely close to you guys.
Cool.
However, that is its double move, and that's the thing. Thon, it is your turn. The bad news is you start your turn now within 30 feet of this thing, and as it turns and and levels its gaze at you.
Hello.
You are looking at its two weird little Julie eyes, and then at its four weird, multifaceted eyes that seem to rotate almost like a chameleon's eyes, you know?
Oh, cool.
They just seem to rotate independently.
That's cool.
And for a moment, you're temporarily fascinated, trying to take in, like, well, which eyes is it actually using? Like, which eyes are its primary eye? Which and in fact, you're so confused, you need to make a charisma saving throw.
What the what? All right, here's some inspiration, because I'm bad at that.
You're at a +2 because you're within 10 feet of me.
Dope.
It's a DC 15.
16, sweet.
All right.
Got it.
Very good. You are not you are not incapacitated or whatever by this, confused by this gaze. So, what would you like to do?
Is it in melee, or is it, like, do I take disadvantage for shooting at it? Or?
That's a great question. How close is it to, who's it closest to? Are you right next to him?
Yeah, I thought we were.
Yeah, the two. Yeah, so it's.
You moved 40 and shot, right?
Yeah.
And I moved 40, yeah. So yeah, we were right next to each other.
Yeah, so it is in melee with the two of you,
Okay,
and you
gotcha.
are within 30 feet of it.
All right, I will ignite Dawn Razor and give a swing.
Okay.
I do not have advantage on this. So this is fine. Hey, does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Oh yeah, well re-roll it, Lommel.
Wow.
Megan, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty 20.
She's just trying out the new chairs,
Yeah.
seeing what she can't do.
So many
No.
things.
Oh no, she looks scared.
Oh.
What's gonna
It
happen?
looks like you rolled a 1.
7 plus
this
4
new
radiant.
angle makes
11?
everything kind of look
Okay.
like
Radiant?
a 1.
Yeah, no.
Does it like that radiant damage? Does it?
It doesn't do anything. I mean, the radiant damage doesn't do anything extra to it.
Okay, cool. That's fine then. I'll make a second attack. Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit it.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
I'm hitting it with my spear.
I think
then.
it has a hard carapace, and that's why.
So I hit it once and I missed the second time. I go,
Yes.
oh.
Grayson.
Twang. Okay, if it's within melee range, then I am going to swing my sword at it twice.
I already tried that, Grayson.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty good at this.
His sword breaks doors down.
Yeah.
No,
I got the
Grayson,
master
already
key.
tried it.
That's going to be not enough. Because if 17 doesn't hit, then that won't be enough.
Okay.
Second
Somebody
attack.
just said they were really good.
No, that's even lower.
Okay.
Grayson, I just said.
Avril.
It only works half the time.
Didn't
You
work
move
either
25
time.
feet away from where you are. Oh, I'm sorry, Grayson. You have to make a
Yeah,
saving
yes,
throw
yes,
anyhow.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Charisma saving throw.
Sorry.
please.
Oh, he's probably good.
I never look anyone in the eye, so I'm safe from this creature. Good
what-
thing.
What is
You
the
look at the belly button.
DC?
DC 15.
15. I do not.
A gnome.
You didn't make it?
No, I rolled a 2.
Okay. Well, that
It's really offensive.
that explains then why you missed, right?
Yeah.
Is, you were essentially dumbfounded this round by.
You're in love with the beetle.
I don't fall in love.
Dumb.
I can't love. I'm not people, apparently.
Why do you keep
Well,
saying
you
that?
said you loved me before, so.
Aw.
All right.
well,
Avril,
you're
I
not
believe
my
you're
sister,
also
apparently.
within 30 feet.
Don't throw my shit back at me, you sensitive lamb child.
Wow, cruel.
Cool. What?
I said cruel.
Oh, cruel.
Cool.
Avril, I believe you're also within 30 feet, so you will need to give me a saving throw.
Okay.
It's a charisma save.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that.
DC 15.
That is a 15.
All right. You are not debilitated by this thing.
I would like to throw a
Party.
grenade.
Fue, fue.
I haven't tried one of those yet. Poison grenade, please.
Two of your friends are right around this.
One of your
What's the
friends.
lineup here?
It's right in the middle of it. These two, Thon and Grayson are both like hammering away with theirs. Actually, Grayson is standing there sort of like slack-jawed, although you can't tell because the helmet just doesn't move. Although you can hear ha 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 coming out of the speaker.
Now is not the time to be singing your hymns, Grayson.
So he's standing there somewhat. Xenar Faith is
you,
7 up.
Xenar Faith.
I'm 17. Awesome.
17.
So you can see that Grayson seems to be some sort of affected by whatever weird kind of gaze attack this thing has. But he's standing right next to it, and you know that Thon is obviously engaged with it with
Can I be
Dawn
poisoned?
Razor.
I'm completely
So-
sealed away.
That's a good question. Thon definitely can. Your husband can definitely be poisoned if you throw a poison
I'm
grenade at
good.
this thing.
As long as you yell prank before you do it, we good.
Prank! Stink bomb!
No, don't. Oh, she said prank. It's cool.
I thought it was a stink bomb. That's my bad.
We can do anything we want to each other as long as we yell prank beforehand.
Dude, that's how it
Remember the time I
works.
murdered you and brought you back to life? Prank.
Prank fish.
Every time I cheated on you, I said prank beforehand.
You cheated
You
on me,
couldn't-
Grayson.
Wait, you guys are seeing each other?
Prank!
It's cool. I don't care.
How water?
Yeah.
It's not a prank. It's just 101.
Dude, prank water.
Hey! Those dice are strong. Ava's not, clearly.
Okay, I guess I'll just throw a wave then.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, can I see my spider?
Yeah, your spider is 15 feet away from you, right? You move 25 feet towards it, right? Yeah, you can. What you can see is that you can see like a leg pointing out of the dirt. It got churned up into the dirt as the thing
good, it's safe.
dove forward.
Okay. I'll leave it there for right now. I'll just give a wave ult toss.
All right.
Trench. Oh shit. Whoa! Okay, I might reroll that.
All right.
That's my last reroll. Oh, much better. Fuck, so close.
You hit.
Great. Love it. Okay, let's roll these sixes better. Gosh, dang it.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
There's a 6.
6.
Ace.
There's another
12.
6.
I just spit everywhere. I'm so sorry.
Maybe that's what it
boy.
takes.
I'm so sorry.
Those are my handouts. See, now-
14 and 15. That went downhill.
does that.
So that's gonna be 22 points of wave damage.
All right. Yeah, so wave goes sailing. Ironically, wave goes sailing back through the giant hole that Grayson burnt on round 1 with his laser rifle thing, and stabs this thing in the back of the neck, and deals a grievous wound, and then comes back to you. It does not look great. It's bleeding kind of this weird greenish kind of blood. All right.
Oh,
Ava.
I'm gonna hide. And I succeed. A 19.
I rolled a 5 though.
Ooh,
Okay, Tom. Do you?
nice.
What's that creature's? Well, it does have extra eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, plus 25. I got a 30.
Oh, what? Man! No, it doesn't seem.
Nah, you bullshit.
No one ever has.
Ava.
I would like to move the moonbeam. It's moved what, 60 feet?
It's moved 40 feet.
Okay, so I can move the moonbeam up to 60 feet. So I'm just gonna move it over on top
Okay.
of it.
Is that a bonus action or a regular action?
It is an action.
That's an action. All right.
And
excuse you.
the Constitution saving throw 15.
I'm sorry. First, give me a charisma saving throw to see if you get an action this turn. Okay. DC 15 charisma save.
That's a 7. I'm gonna re-roll it. Oh, sorry.
Not much
Is that
better.
a 1?
That's a
9.
Oh.
Everything looks like a 1.
So far.
It's like natural 20. Oh, 1.
That's
Creep.
not great for you.
Creep.
Creep.
2, 4. Yeah, so you stand mesmerized much as Grayson does. So that's not good. That's not good. All right, it gets to go now. Time to attack. Who are we going to attack? Oh, well, let's see. You're incapacitated? Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's what's going on.
That's what happened?
Because he's mesmerized right now.
But the status effect is incapacitated? Holy shit. You done.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It just says you do nothing, and you can't take reactions.
Oh.
So, it doesn't really matter. Let's just see how this is going to shake out. So,
Does he have an armor class?
1 to 3 and 4 to 6. Yeah, it's going to go after Grayson.
You taunted before you went down there.
Armor class 21?
Hits just above.
That's 6 points of slashing damage.
I'll take 3 of that.
Yeah, gruesome. Armor class 20?
That meets.
Again, 6 points of damage.
I'll take 3 of that.
How
And,
fearsome this monster is.
then it misses with a 12, with a 12. It tries to bite you with its mandibles.
A 12. Oh, I see.
Right. So that's its turn.
Oh, sorry. Discovering new things.
All right. Very good. So, Thawne, back around to you.
Okay. You said this thing was pretty bad off, right?
Yeah. Give me a charisma save, please.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
You
Join
ugly.
us.
You ugly.
Yeah, you're still at +2. because it says
Because
whenever.
I'm next to you?
Yeah, there's no requirement that I have to.
Okay, I'll bump this a little
Do
bit.
it.
Mesmerized.
Still.
Yeah, it just says whenever a friendly creature.
If mesmerized by
Just
a
an
giant
aura.
beetle,
Yeah.
it is
Okay.
You
done.
make it?
We good. Okay, I wonder if I should wake up Grayson or... Like, does he look like he's just...
He's
like,
going to get a new saving throw at the top of this
Oh,
round.
okay,
right?
great.
This is not something that's ongoing. It's every round you get to save against it.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll just attack it then. That's a 19.
That hits.
Let's assume that hits.
Oh, that's
God.
a 1. I saw it.
Yeah.
I'll roll my second attack as well. That's a 1.
You jinxed him.
You son of a-
Good. Prank.
Prank!
I guess I can reroll that.
Stab! Prank!
Reroll my second attack.
I'm going to give this right back to you because Xenar Faith gives their reroll to Gorilla.
Xenar Faith!
Oh, and thank you for the $5.
I guess
Yes.
if that first attack kills it, maybe it will. That is 12 radiant.
12 radiant damage.
Oh!
Kills it.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, very good. So
Wait, I want my reroll back. Because I used it for the second attack that I never needed.
I am nothing if not a generous DM.
He only ever says that when he's forced to do something.
It's true. I'm reluctant,
Thank you.
but I'm generous.
The reluctant
Yes.
GM.
So you slash the thing with Dawn Razor, and there's a spout of this weird greenish blood that bursts forth, and it falls backwards and lands on its back in the dirt, collapsed
blood do
and
anything?
defeated. So
When it hits the ground, does the blood do anything? Is it like acid blood or
it
anything?
does not have acid blood. No, it just seems to have this weird
Boring.
boring.
I hate this game.
It has boring blood. Yes.
Daddy, I
so
want a monster with acid blood.
I want xenomorph now!
2 more rerolls are unlocked forever. Or, I'm
Rerolls?
sorry,
Whoa, no, you said it already. Too
bumps,
late.
2 more bumps.
You're nothing if not a.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to stow Dawn Razor and go up to Grayson and start shaking him like, wake up! Wake
Oh,
up!
he can only be awoken by true love's kiss. What is that?
That was his visor. I have to
Oh, I was like, did you rip his mouth?
That's how kissing works, right?
Jeez.
His
He
real
doesn't
lips
have
are
a
on the
mouth.
inside.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? This is the scariest thing I've ever heard. What does that mean? That's so scary.
Wake up, Grayson.
I'm awake.
Oh. What you mean? I am awake!
I am awake.
Trying to force open my visor.
Just knock on it.
All right. So as you enter this complex, you see that the walls look like they were fairly orderly storage areas of some kind, and you can see that what they used to store for the most part are these strange crystal bricks, right? They're about the size of a deck of cards. Maybe, actually, it's maybe like the size of a phone, but a little bit thicker, maybe a little bit shorter than this, right? So not
3.
not different than really a deck of cards, actually. But it's clear crystal that has a bunch of blue lines etched into it. And inside, you can just see a very slight sliver of some sort of reddish material inside, right? Just little bands of this. And there are literally thousands of these cards laying around.
Just on the ground.
Scattered all over the place. It looks like at one point this place had racks, and you can see there's still a few sections of the area that have relatively intact areas with these things neatly arranged, kind of like stacked one after one after another after another after another. You can also make out the remains of a couple of long metal tubes that have weird pinchers attached to them that you fairly quickly surmise must have been used to retrieve these things from the very top, because the ceiling's here is about 30 feet tall, right? So it goes up a ways, and the racks continue up to places where no normal human would be able to reach.
If I pick up one of the cards and just inspect it, does my augmented eye say anything about it?
Yeah, so you pick it up and your eye kind of like trips off, and you can see that in a shimmering sort of text, right? The one that you pick up happens to say, and this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you, but it says Aurumvorax, which is this weird word. And then you see a picture of what looks like almost like a badger of some kind, but it's got 8 legs. Oh. Right? And long, vicious claws and huge fangs. Oh. And that shows up in the red center part, right? So when you look at it with your eye, it's almost like a little hologram inside the crystal case.
Okay.
Thing, right?
So if I pick up another, it's just another weird creature?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. I just kind of toss them aside. Like, I think these are just some sort of...
It's just junk.
I don't know. Knowledge? Some sort of knowledge that they use to store away, and maybe it's a library of some sort.
Well, Brainiac said this. They keep, I don't know, whatever the essence of creatures, and maybe that's what these are, like a record of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, whoever wants to be an 8-legged badger, maybe you could use one of these.
Oh, we could download your consciousness into an 8-legged badger.
I don't want to.
It's kind of cute.
Why? Well, do you guys want to? Why him?
A weird part of me does want this.
I store that one.
8 legs, badger, fun.
I'll just keep that one card then.
I will also point out, by the way, that it's not just like Grayson who could be uploaded into anything. Basically, any of you could be using the equipment when the power is hooked up, could be uploaded into something else.
I said I'm saving the badger
I
card.
could be 6 feet tall.
Noted. All right.
How tall is the badger?
The badger's not 6 feet tall.
60 feet.
But they could make you a 6-foot-tall badger.
They can like edit it.
I'm sure.
Could they just make tall Avril?
Yes, probably.
Stretch me out.
Yeah.
There's got a Photoshop machine back there.
Not make you human, just give you grotesquely long limbs.
My torso's the same. That'd be so scary.
Slender Avril.
That's what it would be.
Gross.
Start wearing a suit around, hanging around
Oh no.
impressionable teenage girls.
All right. So you also, as you're scouting this area, you can see that in the center of the complex is another one of those strange shafts that you have seen before. I will jog your memory, but that's not good. Don't look at that.
8-legged badger trading card is what I wrote down.
No, thank you. Okay. Maybe it's
This
this
is
one.
very Pokemon's.
What are its powers?
So it looks like this, but you don't like these areas beyond. Don't go as far, right? But it's this type of large metal chamber that you have seen before on other decks.
That thing tried to eat us before.
Instead of being
Sort of.
Instead of being open below like this one is, or like the one in the drawing is, this one has, but it goes down about 6 feet, and then you can see it's filled with water, right?
So we just need to get to the bottom of
And
this.
you can tell that there are vines and things that are growing over the side and going down into the water, and there's an extensive number of roots and whatnot that go in there.
Okay.
I just think we should try and stay as far away as possible from like any sort of plants or roots, because I do think they are out to get us.
Yeah, that seems to be the case in this.
A plant tried to eat me earlier, and I
Yes.
said, "Nuh-uh. No, thank you."
I would just like to point out that I kind of only have one speed when it comes to water, and that's fast down.
All right. Maybe you could take that off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I could. We could use my cube of force to keep the water out, and we could just all walk along the bottom. Wait, we don't need to do that.
I mean, I'm just saying I can get to the bottom pretty quickly.
Okay.
But that's all I can.
We could all hold on to him, so at least we're going at the same time.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, cute.
You'll be our anchor.
Yeah. Drag you all down with
I
me.
love that idea.
Wait, what was that last one?
What?
Kill you all.
It just lets go.
Yeah.
It flies out while we're stuck and glued to this
Flies
suit.
out. Can
I
he
don't
do that?
know.
He didn't do that with the frog
He
situation.
can be a bird anytime he wants.
What? Really?
I mean, he can doppelgang into an Aarakocra or whatever.
A what?
It's the race of birds. Aarakocra? How do you pronounce that?
I would say Aarakocra.
Aarakocra, yeah.
I have never heard of that.
They're winged bird people.
Yeah, they're basically bird people.
I want to be a bird person.
You can
Respect.
We can make that happen.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Can, well, you can. Do you want to be the ones that fly, or the crows that mimic people and
Oh,
stab?
yeah. Those are
they
really
can't
cool.
Fly.
They make the best rogues. They're so cool.
Oh, I never heard of this
Kenku.
race.
Kenku is what they're
Kenku,
called.
that's what they're.
Kenku are the crow people.
What book is this in?
That's in Xanathar's, I think?
Well, Kenku is Xanathar. I think.
no, Kenku's in Volos.
Yeah, and then bird people is in Storm King's Thunder.
No, it's in Princess of the
Elemental
Apocalypse.
Oh, Princess of the
Oh, yeah.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
They got some
All right.
races.
So what's your approach? You're going to kind of lock
I like
arms and
that
just
plan.
ride
I love it.
Grayson down to the bottom.
Like the world's worst surfboard.
I kind of like it, yeah.
All right.
I like the waterlog ride.
The flume. We're gonna flume them.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Flume us, baby.
What kind of bit we gonna do for the photo?
Oh, I'm gonna pretend I'm asleep.
I'm gonna give him bunny ears.
Who would fall asleep on a ride? Wow.
You got a pillow and everything. Oh, no. Wild.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, I have a pillow. Where'd I get that? Where'd that come
Okay, so
Pillow and like a glass of hot chocolate.
It's scalding my face.
So the four of you sort of circle up and lock arms, and
I hold on to Grace's face.
I'm like, you could go behind and grab the back of my head.
You got a handle?
No. I
Nope,
don't.
I'm good.
Okay. I'm just saying it's pretty much the same back there as it is in the front. You know.
Well, okay, I'm like on your shoulders.
Oh, you're on the shoulders.
So
you're
I'm like,
it's
my
like
legs
dad
are over your
carries.
shoulders,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah, and you're
over
like holding.
your-
Yeah.
well, you have a helmet on,
Yeah.
so I'm just, you can't see out your helmet.
Yeah.
all right, and then the two of you lock arms with him, and you plunge over the edge here. So you descend down through the shaft here. Why doesn't everybody give me an athletics check?
Ooh, baby,
please?
baby.
As you
Oh.
plummet literally like a sack of stones through the water.
Drunk.
I got a 19.
13. Whoops.
24.
20.
20. All right.
Actually, no. It's 25, 26.
So
You're just making up numbers.
there are a number of these strange roots that are going down,
about the
around
roots.
the inside of the shaft, and you see several of them sort of begin to curl towards you as you're plummeting down through the water, blah 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 blah, down through the water, and the other issue that you encounter is suddenly you see steel girders and beams and things like that coming up towards you. It looks like either there's debris that has like lodged inside of the shaft here or whatever, or maybe it's been wedged in intentionally. It's hard for you to tell, but you all sort of swim and push and swim and
we gotta
push
steer it.
and manage to steer your way around it,
cool.
right? And so you duck down and then swirl around and spin, and finally land ka-tong with this sort of resounding
Stealth.
kind of thud. It's not really a thud, it's more of like a ding, right? Because you hit the hard metal
Leveled up.
decking of deck 45. The water here is very hot. As you're plunging down through this, you can feel the temperatures like getting warmer, 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 warmer. It is not boiling, but you would say it's a good 90 to 95 degrees, right? Like if it got much hotter, you would start developing burns on your exposed flesh. You're largely fine because you're inside the suit, right?
Clink, clink.
Or you're being steamed.
The other thing that you notice as you guys are plunging down this long shaft, and like I said, it's about 80 feet. I guess I didn't say this. It's about 80 feet down, right? So it's a lot of water. But as you descend, Dawn Razor flares into life.
What the what?
As you begin to descend, and also there's a halo of green ghostly fire that rises up around Ava as you descend. And there's a little bit of a flicker coming from inside of Grayson's suit.
Oh.
Right?
Wave's probably maybe Wave. No.
Yeah, Wave has like he shines with kind of a greenish light. He doesn't develop like this full on kind of aura of green flame that you develop, right?
It's okay, buddy.
So everybody
good
give me a
thing.
Constitution
It's a bad
saving throw, please. Y'all get +2 from riding
Riding Grayson.
Grayson.
Syrup. Oh!
What skill was this again? 50.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Con.
Hell yeah, that's a 21.
It's a DC 13 right now.
I got
14.
16.
Oh wait,
Okay.
plus your 2, so
How
23.
about reroll?
Okay.
I got the 8.
Get it.
That's much better.
Okay. All right. So, although the area is permeated with God's fire, you are not currently affected by it in a detrimental way. Yes? All right. Very good. So, you descend down into this area. So, let me look at something here. How dare you? So the area is very brightly lit down here. It's a little bit odd, actually, how much light there is. But apparently there was a series of very powerful overhead lights that somehow are still functioning down here. So as you descend down, it gets brighter as you go down, right? And this area has it has a decidedly different feel than any of the upper decks. It feels almost like you're in, like, say, a dwarven foundry, right? So it feels very industrial. There is a large amount of rust and corrosion that is on the metal around you. And so when you hit the bottom, there's kind of this like poof little plume of red grit and dust that swirls up into the water and then rather quickly actually settles back down, right? There's a few odds and ends that are like bits of torn cloth, and maybe like a bone actually like floats by you, which you find a little bit odd. But in the area directly adjacent to you, you see a number of large machines of indeterminate purpose, right? They don't appear to be functioning. They're not making any noise. And it is relatively quiet here, just the sound of the water against your ears and kind of like the occasional burble or hum that's transmitted through the water. Yeah, just like a random, like a occasional random buzz or grinding noise. So, you picked this spot because it was near one of the turbo lifts that you saw marked on the map, and it doesn't take you a lot of effort to locate where that is. It's really, honestly, like very close, right? So you kind of spin around here, and you see that this thing is a 20-foot by 20-foot huge pad, metal pad. Very similar to what you saw before in terms of the gasket kind of thing with the 3 switches on the foot plate that you used in the biodome in the terraforming area, right? It looks very similar to that, but it looks much more heavy-duty construction, right? So the metal that's used here is much larger and sturdier, and it's not decked with a nice smooth floor plate. It is metal grating. And it's a very heavy-duty gasket that goes around the edge. There's a number of different crates and whatnot that are sort of obscuring this area. They're kind of stacked up. Either they've drifted in or accumulated somehow. You're not sure. There might be, you think there's a slight current actually like circulating through here. That's your initial impressions. What would you like to do?
Search the crates.
Okay. All right. So,
We're still underwater, right?
yeah.
We are. You died.
So every time you say something in character, you have to make bubble noises with it.
Glurba, glurba, glurba.
Not me. I'm in the safety of this suit.
Looks like you got a hole in there.
Nice try. It's made of metal.
So you pop open these crates, and they actually open relatively easily, which unfortunately is not good news for you because it's just corroded pieces of equipment and electronics that have been ruined by the fact that they're flooded underwater, right? However, you open kind of like open a couple crates, and there's a piece of, it's basically junk inside. You realize, oh, that's not really worth anything. And you open a couple other things, and you start to move things around. And what you see is a strange handle sticking out from a pile of debris. What would you like to do?
What's strange about it?
It's weird because it's like the handle of maybe like a sword or a mace, but it's got like a bend in it, right? So there's a hilt, and it goes straight, and then it kind of like curves into this pile of junk that appears to kind of be mixed up with some sort of tarp or something like that.
Tarp.
I try and pull it out.
Okay, give me a strength check, please.
Yeah, wreck it, baby.
That's what you're good at.
Some stored in the stone shit.
Stored in the stone.
Let's see. Plus.
It's like a 1 from here.
It's not. It's 2 ones.
Everything looks like
So that was half, right?
18.
18. All right.
I say he does it.
You're now King Aquaman.
King Aquaman.
I am Ocean Man.
I mean, Aquaman
Ocean
is king.
Man. What'd you say?
So Aquaman is
Also
king,
true.
So.
Yeah.
Double king.
What's
King
he
of
king of?
Atlantis.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, who's he think the king of? Ocean?
France.
I thought.
That
France?
too. Also France.
Can I be
Also
Namor?
France?
Yeah. Atlantis and France.
Is that canon?
That's Aquaman. Those are Aquaman's
Is that
domains.
Aqua canon? Aquanon?
Aquanin.
Dude, that's cool.
Him and Mira. King, queen, France.
Do the fish in France
All right.
speak a different kind of fish that's more French?
Yes.
French and fish is the same language, actually.
Wow.
Mon Dieu.
I do have a picture of this. I just have to find it.
Poisson.
Croissant?
Poisson.
Baguette?
Poisson. Poisson.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Ce soir.
Avec moi.
Voulez-vous bouger avec moi? Yeah.
Avec moi.
What was that?
That's the song.
Lil Jon remix.
They do say
What?
that. It's not Old
Je ne
John.
sais
It's Eve in it, right?
So what you can tell with an 18 is you don't move this thing because it's a little bit too big for that.
Oh.
You move the entire pile of debris, right? And you see.
I'll
a
pick
f-
this up. I pull up an
It's
entire
a
crate.
corpse.
Yeah, you see
Show
a few.
off.
You see a few more crates like fall off and.
You get bonked real slow, real soft. Oh. Oh.
And so this is interesting. As you pull on this thing, you move some other stuff apart. You move the crates and the tarp and whatnot, and you uncover a strange, like 8-foot wide and probably 12 to 15 foot long metal table.
Oh, sweet.
That has a number of different arms on it, protruding on it, right? So, for our friends at home, it looks like this. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a Walkman?
So it does have a large wheel
arms.
on one end that's on a metal arm, and then it has these two handles. You were pulling on one of those, right? Then it has a central disc that connects these two metal platforms, and underneath this, there's something on the back. There's a metal cube on the back, and then underneath there are two wide boxes or chests that are attached to this thing that have some sort of discs underneath it that are like a red ruby color.
What is that?
I do not know.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait. Where's that writing at? That's next to it.
This is like the computer diagram of the thing, right? So I can't really.
What's your eyes think?
That's what comes up on Thon's eye when you look at this thing.
Oh,
What's it say?
it's gibberish to me. It's usually been
Well,
translated.
translate it.
Well, I can't force it. It just happens
Get your
sometimes.
shit together.
I'm sorry. I need an upgrade. New eye. Need to go to Lens Crafters.
Do what?
And just how it is. He buys a new eye, and then like every couple of months he has to get the next one. That,
Yeah. Can't resell that other one. It's got all your juices on it.
no, I know some veggie pygmies that'll take it off.
Yeah? It seems sketchy though.
Yeah, I mean,
What are they gonna do with it?
they're just gonna put it in their heads.
Why would they want my eye?
I don't know. They just like eyes.
Have.
I thought they were
Description
eating
of
them.
this thing.
No, they eat the people, and then they put the eyes in their face.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
That's the best illustration that I have for it, right?
Is it some sort of vehicle or transport? Some sort of carriage?
Yeah. What do you want to do anything with it, or that's what you retrieve from the wreckage?
I was hoping it was a cool space laser sword, but
I'll try turning the wheel.
All right. So you turn the wheel, and as you grip the thing, your eye pulses again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see sort of this like little array through your eye. This little array of icons and symbols come up, right? And one of them is blinking green.
I'll start turning it clockwise.
Okay. You turn it clockwise, nothing happens.
It's still blinking green.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try the other way.
Nothing happens there.
All right. Well, I don't know what this thing is.
Are there any buttons near the...
the handles. But that's
yank on a handle.
All right. So
everyone roll for
you yank on the handle, and suddenly there's this even underwater is like
Oh.
and it rockets forward and like slams into the wall. One of the two of you give me dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Okay.
It's a lawnmower.
good call.
I got a 15.
15. All right. You both manage to like let go and bail out off of this thing as it shoots forward. You just sort of like let go, and
The
since
fuck?
you're underwater, the drag like easily separates the two of you, and the thing slams into a pile of crates, and there's this huge plume of rust and whatnot that sprinkles out through the water, and but it seems like as soon as you let go of the handles and whatnot, it it stopped propelling itself actively forward, and it just sort of like slams into the wall. You think it would have been a lot worse if you had hung onto the thing and driven it into the wall, right?
That's what I meant to do.
So it shoots forward very suddenly, but then as you let go, it drifts and slams into the wall.
Oh. All right.
Garble, 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 garble.
Is it some sort of boat?
That's what I said. See, we get each other.
I mean, we're kind of where we need to be, so I don't think we have to use whatever this dangerous thing is.
We'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what do you mean by keep going, right? Like my understanding is that your goal was to find this lift platform, right? You have done that. It is, currently sealed in place, right?
Can I push the button, the floor plate?
Use your sword thing.
Destroy things.
You push the floor plates. The blue one is lit up, and as you push around on the other various ones, they don't seem to activate. It seems to be stuck on blue.
Oh.
We could like ram this thing into it.
Well, it's on the ground. How do we do that?
We're underwater now.
I don't know. I'm not a captain. A sea captain.
So, when we did this before, I pressed like the center one, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think the silver one.
Yeah. I'll hit the silver one with my sword.
Okay. How hard do you want to hit it? Like, are you just trying to...
Just disable it.
What's your intention here?
I mean, we need to go down, and it's in our way.
Right.
Pull it, so.
Very straightforward. I like your thinking.
Yeah, all right.
I'm into it.
All my strength down.
We're just gonna flood the floor we're going to.
We can pick you up a little bit, so you
Yeah.
can just take your whole weight.
Yeah. Then all of our weight's on top.
Mm-hmm.
A team effort.
Okay. Go ahead and you punch through as hard as you can, huh?
Sure.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
9.
All right. It's like I said, it's a fairly thick reinforced platform, and you stab through the button, and there is definitely kind of like a little arc of electricity that kind of like sparks around the thing as you slam your sword through, and the blue light that was sort of strobing right in place then just kind of like crackles and goes out, fades and goes out. There is you pull your sword back, and there is a small hole, and you can tell like there's a little bit of suction as the water is beginning to go through this thing. Okay.
While he's doing that, can I look around for like a lever or something?
Why don't you all give me start with an intelligence check, please?
You some babies.
Are you calling us dumb, Tom?
What's that say?
19?
Really?
I just realized that
19.
we're living in a Pugmire world.
23.
6.
What?
Well, Pugmire it takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where the dogs don't know what technology is, so it's magic to them.
I get you.
All right, so you got a 23?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 14.
14?
14.
14. Well, Avril, it definitely occurs to you that she said something, the Brainiac robot said something about the fact that you have to go and move this lever, which wasn't a big deal, but she said something about there being electrical jolts all over the place. And you know enough about electricity and water to know that if you were to mix those two things, that could potentially be very bad.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh. Oh.
But I was trying to do an investigation check. Do I see anything that's... I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of lever that works like just as like a lever, not like a electrical process. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, there's a number of strange machines and whatnot in this area, and certainly some of them have levers and various control mechanisms attached to it. But other than you know that the way to activate this platform, at least the way that it worked one deck up, was to use those switches, right?
Okay, and there.
He couldn't get them to work, and then he stabbed through them, and now he's just continuing to stab through to make a hole and drain a bunch of water so that you guys pour through down to the next level, I guess?
But the hole's not big enough for us.
Not yet, but he just seems to be inclined to make it bigger.
But then the next level's just going to be filled with water.
Well, the other question on top of that is...
Are you going to electrocute
how far down is it to the next deck? You descended 80 feet from here to here. Right? You don't know what's on the other side of that lift. You just know that water's going through it right now.
Well, I guess I just want to look around for an alternate solution. I don't know what that would be because I don't know what these machines are, and I don't know what technology is.
I mean, any way we go, isn't it going to let water in?
Well, that's why I was looking for a lever, because if we could get it through there by releasing something, then hypothetically on the other side, there would be something else that close it.
Well,
but yeah, I guess if we don't fill it with water, we might fall 80 feet.
Well, also we went down 80 feet, but the central tank was that we were in, like here, is 100 feet, so we're not even past that yet. So, all right.
So we like need the water to go?
No, I'm just trying to. There might be some sort of. I don't know.
But I mean, we might need it.
Yeah. No,
well, I guess we could like climb if there's some sort of ribbing on the shaft or something, but.
Yeah, but I don't know how we open a passageway without flooding below us if it's not already flooded.
Well, I mean, it would flood a little bit, but if there's a way we could find to open it on this side, we could maybe try to do the same on the other side to keep it from flooding. But that's a lot of hypothetical.
I float over next to Ava and tap her on the shoulder and go,
Well, we ask her. How to get down to the bottom?
Use your words.
You can ask her too. You can ask her too.
Yeah, I mean, you're not holding your breath.
What? Can we talk? We can talk underwater?
Yeah. It's water breathing.
I didn't know we could talk.
Yeah.
Why do you guys let me mumble for so long?
Because pray.
Now I know how it feels.
You don't.
Do you?
You can't see me cry underwater.
But your eyes are getting all puffy.
What if we ask her?
Yeah, you're going.
What if we ask her which direction to go, or if does this direction lead down?
Well, I think we know what direction to go.
Yeah.
Well,
we could ask if there was another way to get down.
That won't flood below us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we could ask if there's a safe mechanism to opening and closing the door.
Right. Yes, that's a good one.
And if it's even safe to open the passage, I guess. I don't really want to, like, fall to my death. I guess we could, like, open it and look down.
We have rope, don't we?
Yeah.
Some rope. Yes.
Do we want to call her?
Yep.
Ring ring.
Green phone.
Dream phone.
Marshall, we have questions.
Hi.
Hi, what was the first question? It was,
Is there a way, perhaps non-lightning way, a non-sparky way, to open this door? Some sort of lever or button or mechanism that it won't hurt us if we use it.
No.
Great.
oh,
So we got to explore a little
I need
more.
to figure out if there's another way.
That won't flood.
Yeah. Is there another way? We're going down?
Yeah.
Well,
Is there another way to the next level that isn't through this door?
Yes.
how many directions can we go in right now?
She can't answer that.
Well, no, I mean, I'm asking you, like, looking around. Is there like a tunnel
looking
this way, that
around?
way?
I mean, so there's up the way that you came.
Right.
There's down through the lift floor,
Which is blocked.
and then you basically can go in 3 other directions. You can go straight ahead to some degree, left to some degree, and then back this way to some degree, right?
Okay.
You know,
So we can go west, north, east. West, north, and east.
those are the basic
Essentially.
directions. I mean, you could if you wanted to slice it into
Sure.
northeast or northwest, you could do that too, but you're only going to get to really, I don't know how you're going to phrase a question that's going to get you to a particular answer.
Is the door we seek north or east?
Yes.
All right. Well, it's not west.
Or south?
It's or south.
Or southwest?
Well, we couldn't go those directions, so I didn't ask about this.
Or southeast?
Is this a prank? You pranking me?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, shit, she waves. Bye-bye.
East or north?
North.
North it is. We head north.
All right.
What is this square?
That is the primary heat exchange pool.
Huh.
Frog monster lagoon.
What? Oh,
No, he was in a
neat.
tank.
Yeah, well, that's where this is. This is the tank.
Oh.
Are those lily pads?
No, I think those are the. We saw those tubular things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we hit the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, which was probably closer to this. And
We're like parallel to the bottom of the tank right now.
I don't know.
You're guessing the bottom of the tank is somewhere probably on this deck, given how tall those ceilings are and things like
Yeah.
that. But, yeah. So, you want to head north? Is that the plan?
Yes.
All right. So you swim north. Why doesn't everybody give me another Constitution save? It is DC 15 at this point.
Yikes. I think I fail. Yeah, I got a 10.
Mm-hmm.
16.
12.
All right. So who did make it?
I made it.
Just you?
What was it again?
15?
15.
I made 16. I made it.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. So for those of you who failed, you take 4 points of radiant damage. You make it, and you gain a first level spell slot.
Whoa!
Whoa. Nuclear powered.
I don't know which of these character sheets is real.
All right.
How much did I take?
4 points.
Wait.
Everyone's never taken damage before, so she has to do a lot of math.
Yeah.
down damage right now. You sound bitch.
Okay, so you swim into this area here, and there's a number of, as I said, a number of large, heavy machines that all seem to be somehow perhaps connected in some sort of loop or something like that. They're not in particularly great shape, and the water is definitely a little bit warmer here as you enter this area, right? So it is not especially great swimming here. There's a lot of debris and stuff floating through the water. There's a lot of girders and things that have fallen in. It looks like that this area, or at least this deck of the ship, sustained a lot of damage in the cataclysm or the catastrophe way back when, right? And it has not apparently recovered from it particularly well at all, right? So it's slow going. It's sort of a slog to swim through. What's your intent? What is your strategy here? You've swum north a little bit, right?
Right.
We're trying to get to the.
You're in this, you're in this area right here.
APR, purification, reclamation, DMR. I guess let's try heading towards the atmospheric purification and reclamation. Maybe there's some sort of vent or something there.
Atmospheric purification. Yeah, maybe it might drain the water.
Oh yeah, that too.
Purifying the atmosphere.
Sure. Could be something there. I can't imagine the armory has anything that does what we need, other than blasting a hole, which we can't do anyways. Droid maintenance repair, we probably don't want to run into robots.
Yeah, I'm with the atmospheric purification and reclamation.
So let's head that way.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So you swim in that direction, and as you leave this particular area, right, the overhead lights that are shining, kind of blaring down on the huge rusted out hulks of this equipment and whatnot, they begin sort of flickering towards the edge here. And as you're headed around the corner, like basically sort of through these, past these walls that sort of separate this area from the rest of the deck, you can tell that the area beyond is unlit. Now, you obviously can deal with that if you want, or do you want to use a light source or not?
I mean, I have Dawn Razor, but you guys can all see underwater, so
Yeah, and you are giving off even more of a glow, right?
And my helmet does light.
Oh right, yeah, you're just a walking flashlight for us.
All right. So you do have some lights there are some lights generated by your party, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. You come around the corner, and this area has almost like this bank of kelp, right? That has grown up inside this area. It is like navigating an underwater forest. These tall strands, long fronds of kelp. But as your light hits it, you realize that it's this strange variety of kelp that is almost like so pale it's almost translucent, right? It's as if it was very finely sliced lettuce that you can almost see through. You get the feeling that it has like a jellyfish type of quality to it, right? So it's thin, membranous, translucent material that just sort of waves very steadily, kind of back and forth, as clearly there's some sort of current circulating through this area. Is there anything you want to do about that? It's going to take a little bit of effort to try and like get through this stuff without getting it all over you, in other words.
Can I go like slicing through it as I walk?
You can do that, yes.
Yeah, I'll just see what happens with that.
I'm an adventurer.
Oh God.
All right. So you slice into this stuff, and
It screams.
why? Everybody, give me a charisma saving throw, please.
What?
Charisma, what the hell?
18 for me.
Okay.
5.
22.
What about this? 'Cause I don't
You
know
try to wink at it.
why it would be underwater. Oh, that's
sorry,
20, great.
six.
20. All right.
Dropping twats.
So you're slicing through this stuff like almost as if like it's like you're chopping through like a jungle with a machete, right? But as he takes those first couple of blows, in your mind you hear like this piercing, like no.
Stop! You're hurting it.
I'm not.
Yes, no, it's upset. You're hurting it. You can't do that. You're hurting it. We're sorry. We're sorry that he's hurting you.
What the
It's
fuck,
screaming.
man?
Wait, who are you talking to, Ava?
These things, I hear them.
Only she hears them?
She's the only one who heard this. Yes.
What? Are they saying anything back?
Hello?
Why?
We didn't know. We didn't know that you were alive in that way.
We mean you no harm.
They're friendly. We don't either. We're just trying to get through.
Why?
Glad I can't hear this.
To help our friend's parent.
Parents. We had parents once.
Well, you would want your parents to be alive again. Wait, what happened to your parents? Who are your parents?
Batman?
Aw, we're all Batman.
Die.
I'm sorry.
A long time ago.
What are you?
We are those who were left behind.
Those who are left behind? Like you were something else before?
We lived on the ship.
They lived on the ship before. The thing we're on.
Oh.
Do you want to try and like pick up on this conversation that she's hearing?
I do.
Okay. So give me a either a wisdom or a charisma save, and you can have advantage on this because you know that this is now happening.
I have advantage. Yeah, that'll be 24.
Okay, yeah. So as she's kind of like having this conversation, you can tell that the voice is. You look, and you see little sparks of like bluish energy flowing along the fronds of this strange kelp, right? And you realize that every time that she talks and then she waits for a response, there's just the dimmest kind of like blue discharge that goes through the water, as if there's some sort of like communication flowing through the vines and then getting kind of like pulsed in your direction through the water.
So what should we do, Ava?
Well, I just think they live here. We just should try to be careful going through them.
Okay. All right. No more swinging. Let's just
This
walk.
seems like a trick.
No, I don't think it is.
I mean, they can't really defend themselves. And we know that if they start some shit, I'll go back to slicing.
Jesus.
That's right.
Torm, help us.
All right. So they So you're going to pass through this stuff, but you're not going to try and cut it apart, right?
Correct.
So why don't you give me either athletics or acrobatics to kind of like swim through this stuff without, you know, as deftly as possible.
Yikes.
So
That's
My-
still 12.
my athletics is plus 9 right now, but I rolled a
4.
I rolled a 1.
You killed him anyway.
I just like wrap up in them.
Oh god, you're stuck.
Yeah. That's okay. I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, and I'm just like, as I'm
you're like
we're just like
punching out.
accidentally ripping pieces off as I'm moving.
All right. So as you brush up against this stuff, you are suddenly you're suddenly overcome with this brief flash of a memory that bubbles up into your head, right? And so what you see. So you see a woman who looks very familiar to you, right? And in fact, she has the exact same appearance as the avatar of Basharla has, with the wine red skin and the long silvery hair, right? And in this memory that bubbles up, you see her arguing with somebody. And he's a taller fellow, broad-shouldered, again with, you know, wide red skin. He wears his hair kind of like in 2 braids on either side of his head that kind of hang down. And he's having this very gruff argument with her. And she seems to be the only thing that you can make out from this memory. It's very dim or whatever. But you can see that she is pleading something about it's not fair to the others. We can't just leave them behind. You know, this is a mistake and it's immoral. And he barks something at her, and then you turn and you see 3 other figures that all appear to be male to you, who kind of like look at her and kind of shake their heads, and then the 4 of those guys walk away. Right. So that kind of just like washes over you as you brush up against one of these weird jellyfish kelp-like things, right? You push a little bit further into this thing, and again there's this like pulse of electricity that goes into your suit and overwhelms your mind momentarily, and you see that same woman, right? And there's this circular corridor that clearly forms a ring. It must be on like the outer wall of one of these decks someplace. And there's a number of circular hatches that are all lined right up into a row. And you see people getting into them, and then they close up behind them. And they're all wearing kind of these, similar to your power armor suits, they're all wearing these heavy suits. But they get in and they close up, and then you see it flashes blue, and then it flashes silver, and then there's another blue. There's another bluish light that comes on and just kind of holds steady, right? But as the woman that she saw in her vision, as she approaches and she's got her helmet in her hand, she puts it on, and you see that braided figure and 2 other guys kind of like look at each other inside the capsule, and they inside this chamber, and they push the button, and the thing closes before she can get in, right? And you can hear the sound of klaxons going all over the ship, and she puts her helmet on and starts running down the hallway, and as her helmet inflates or the pressurizes, she begins breathing heavily, and then all of a sudden you see that it begins to fill up with water. And she stumbles onto the ground and begins to thrash around trying to get her helmet off, and she can't. And the last thing that you see is that there's a little dual set of there's something on the back of her equipment. It's a dual set of very small tanks or something like that, and one of them flashes a blue and red, and then suddenly there's an arc of like electricity or something like that, and it goes out, and her body slumps lifeless on the deck. So, you're flooded with these memories, and as you push through, I don't know what you want to do with that information. Let's pause there. I'll let you kind of digest that and figure out what that means for you guys, if anything.
I don't know that I would quite register what I just saw yet, or as being, because I touched them necessarily, so I might continue on.
Okay.
I think I just saw Barshala die.
What do you mean?
I think I saw how she died.
What do you, where I don't
She was here, and there were men, and everyone was climbing into these chambers in suits like this, but hers was filling with water, and then she collapsed.
Wait, you saw something? I think I did too, but it wasn't that.
What'd you see?
It was a woman who looked a lot like the avatars we've seen before, and then a group of men arguing.
We know that she was exiled. I mean, that's the story. What if this is what they mean? She was betrayed by... the other gods exiled her. What if this is what the reality of that is?
Maybe. I guess we should keep going so that we can fix that.
All right, very good. So as you press ahead, you come to realize it doesn't take a lot of observation, but slowly as you press ahead through this area, it's very thick with these things. But you start to realize they all are starting to converge, right? All of the various strange strands of kelp, in one way or another, whether it's up across the ceiling or down along the floor, or just generally kind of like wrapping around each other, they all seem to be starting to converge on a central point. As you move forward through these things, in some respects, it becomes easier to get around them because they start to knurl up like closer together and whatnot. So they don't form as they're thicker, but they're not distributed as widely, right? So it's easier to get around them. But when you wind your way past through these things, and suddenly it opens up into this clearing that is lit with this dim blue glow. And what you see is roughly about 12 feet in diameter and about 7 feet tall. And it looks like a giant stump of like cauliflower that has tentacles coming out of the top of it, right? So shorthand for this might be, it looks like a sea anemone, right? Except all of the kelp things are attached to the bottom of it. So it's just these gently waving, weird, sort of translucent tentacles that are floating back and swaying back and forth in the current here. But where the tentacles are coming out looks like bluish brain matter, kind of all clustered. And as you peer at the thing, you can tell that they're clustered around some sort of dark shapes that seem to be embedded in the flesh of this brain kind of thing.
Does it look dangerous at all?
They haven't done anything malevolent to you, right? Does it look horrifying and alien? Yes. Does that mean it's necessarily dangerous? You feel like this thing must be the center of whatever these strange jellyfish, kelp things must be, right?
Okay.
So since they haven't taken a lot of actively, malevolent actions towards you, it's hard for you to say, is this dangerous or not? Why don't you give me either survival or insight, I guess, straight up.
Ooh, that's a 5, so probably crappy for both. A 7 for survival.
7. You're in an absolutely alien environment. As a ranger, you're like, I don't even think these things are plants, so I don't know.
Okay. Is it in our way or anything? Or we just go past it, or
you can go around it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so you're roughly kind of in this area. As you get to this area, you can hear further beyond. You can kind of hear this like dunk 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 coming, that like pulsing through the water at you. In some respects, it sounds like machinery. At the same time, it also sounds like a heartbeat.
Oh.
Gross.
Ava, is this speaking to you now still, or?
Not right now.
Okay.
Hello?
Why don't you give me either a wisdom or a charisma saving throw if you're trying to contact this thing?
18,
Oh, yeah.
19, 20, 21,
Sure.
22, 23.
You reach out to it.
Hello, 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 hello. Help, 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 help.
How?
How.
No, okay, that's what I said.
We want. Our bodies, back.
I hate to break it to you, but they are gone. And/or skeletons.
We want to leave this hell.
I can actually totally understand that. But I'm just not thinking that's possible. You don't have bodies, and there's no bodies to put you in.
We could like put them in jars and take them with us.
I mean,
There's like thousands of
Brainiac
them.
might, if we can get the water gone, Brainiac might be able to grow new bodies.
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
We want near bodies.
Alright, you need to tone it down a little bit because your tone is a bit aggressive. And I just asked how to help you, so.
Sorry. We are so alone.
The whining is not better. It is just not an improvement from the anger.
We will try to be happy.
Oh, it's the worst day of my life.
I don't know. I think we should kill all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't hear what you're hearing. That sounds great.
They're terror leaves.
Oh, God.
I don't know. He wouldn't be able to. There's no bodies to put him in.
Well, they have brains.
Huh?
It's a whole bunch of brains all clumped together.
Or souls or something.
Soul.
And if we get, I mean, if we turn the power on, she can just make bodies out of nothing, apparently.
Is that what
Yeah.
they were saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So hang tight. Tell them to hang tight.
Hey, if you help us get down to the next level, we can turn on the power and we can get this whole body making business going.
Oh, yeah.
You wish to go deeper into hell.
All right. You know, when you call it that, it makes us not want to go there.
We're in hell right now.
Shh. No. Can one of you just talk? This is horrible. This echo thing
And like the
you
leader.
got going on. Who's the president? Who's the captain?
We are conjoined. No, we can never be alone. It's hell.
All right, just tell us how to get downstairs, and we're gonna leave you together.
I get it. I mean, when Avril first moved in, we had to share a room for like the first couple of months, and it was hell.
I begged to be apart from you. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna go read outside. And you'd be like, I'm coming too. Don't even act. Don't even act like this is a similar situation.
If we open the gates to hell, you will help us escape.
We will do our darndest. We will do our darndest. How do we get down there?
You promised to save us.
We promise.
Wait, what? We promise what? What are you saying?
We'll help them get their bodies back. Isn't that what you said we were going to do?
Sure.
Yes.
I promise.
Are you assholes? Are you bad people?
No, we are alone.
It seems like, from what they're saying, some of you are assholes.
Well, those are the ones that...
Locking people out of...
I think that's the people that left these people to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're victims.
Yes.
Ask if they know Barsharla.
Do you know Barsharla?
Barsharla, she is with you.
Right.
Okay, but is she also with you?
She speaks to us. She reassured us that you would come and save us.
Man, I wish we could ask her now.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it!
We are her boiled children.
Oh my God.
That is the scariest sentence I've ever heard.
I have to save them.
Yeah.
Boiled children?
Oh.
Some Silent Hill
Her
shit.
prophet,
Pass.
her prophet was a tree stump with a mouth on it, okay?
I did not like that vagina dentata bullshit. Not a fan.
Well, a cute bunny though.
We
Well,
have
they
to
always
save
do.
them.
Yeah. We will.
We have to save
We
them.
will.
Okay, and we will if they tell us how to get to the lower level, or we can't do it.
Yes. We will light the way.
Okay, and don't touch us. I don't want none of this vision bullshit.
And suddenly the strands of kelp sort of part, right, and
okay.
form this like spiraling tunnel.
Oh, okay.
And you see arcs of faint blue light that lead over to the side of one of these huge machines, right? There's a number of pipes that come in from all different directions and connect to this thing. And you can tell that there's a fairly... There's an odd pipe that comes off to the side and points down, and the kelp brushes up against this thing, and you can see that there's a keypad, right? There's no door, but there's a keypad, and it has what looks like a brown key card slot, right? It looks like it's slotted for a brown key card. But this bolt of or this wave of faint blue energy travels along through the jellyfish kelp tentacles, and suddenly the panel on the keypad lights up, and you see sort of buttons being pressed apparently by themselves or whatever, like the little panels lighting up by themselves. And it starts to go, but before it can get to the second one, it goes, ding, ding. And suddenly you hear this, like a gurgling noise. And this shaft that comes out of the side of the machine, right? It's pointed straight down, and it begins kind of like belching out water or air out
I
of
was
this.
like, that doesn't seem very
It begins belching out little burbles and blubbles of air out of the side of the thing.
Should we go in there? Should we go in the air tunnel? I don't understand.
But this is the way they're pointing us,
Yep.
right?
Makes sense to me.
This is the gate to hell.
All right. Can we call it something else? Can we just call it the basement? That's still creepy. Can we just
The
call it?
basement of hell.
So we just take the highway of hell?
All right.
I'm gonna climb up in the air tunnel.
You climb up in there, and yeah, so it looks like air has somehow either been vented in here or whatever, but yeah, it's curved so that you enter into this shaft that forms like a U joint or something like that, right? So you climb in, and then there's a hatchway inside the tube here. This tube is fairly big around, right? It's about this big around. You climb in it, and inside there's a hatchway that has a spin handle on it. You know, it has a wheel and has a large lever that looks like you spin this thing and open it up, and it leads into this shaft that goes up and down.
Oh.
And there is or is not water in there?
There's once you swim up into the bell part of the shaft, it's all air.
Okay.
Right? So just to draw it out the way that it sort of works.
It's like a tipped over canoe.
I didn't do a very good job of drawing this. But it's almost like an elephant's trunk, right? So you swim up.
Fun.
You swim up through this hole here where there's bubbles coming out of this thing, right? I don't know, I guess I'm doing it upside down. And then you go into this shaft and kind of crawl along it and come up onto this lip where there's a door that goes into a larger shaft.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right? Does that make sense?
Sounds good. Let's get in there.
All right. So you ping that thing open, and inside, there's a couple things that you notice. For one, there are 2 tracks inside, right? And they're slotted into the wall. They're about yay deep. And every 5 feet, there's a metal bar that goes across. So it's almost like a ladder, but the rungs are literally 5 feet apart. So it doesn't really make sense. Like, you'd have to either grab the handle and then swing your feet way down, and then kind of reach down and grab your feet and then swing way. You couldn't climb. The rungs are so far apart you couldn't climb like this. You'd almost have to swing from one to one.
Oh, good thing I'm
They're
good
all
at that kind of
acrobats.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they may not be acrobats, because the other thing that you realize as you reach into this shaft is that your hand feels dramatically lighter, right?
Oh my god. No, they cast Featherfall in here.
Yep. That's what happened.
All right. So it isn't much effort to begin climbing down this thing, right? All right. So
Climb, climb, climb.
you climb down and you descend to the 3rd level of hell.
We should find Dante.
I hope not.
Okay. So you climb down probably another 60 feet, something like that. And as you get towards the bottom, the last 10 feet, all of a sudden gravity picks back up again, right? And so you're kind of sailing through this thing and actually kind of are having fun. You know, it's an enjoyable experience to just sort of cruise down this thing. And then the last 10 feet, gravity starts to kick in again. Everybody gives me a dex check, please.
Okie dokie.
Oopsie.
Is it a check or a saving throw?
Dex saving throw is fine.
I got a 10.
I got a
If I,
22.
can I use my acrobatics or athletics?
It's a saving throw.
Okay.
You're +2 because you're next to me.
Oh, 12.
18.
14.
22.
Okay. All right. So, Avril, you take 4 points of damage. Everyone else makes it.
Man, that's my thing.
Maybe you were in the
Because
lead.
I'm so small.
Or it's hard to tell, but yeah, all of a sudden you plummet to the ground and you weren't expecting that. So tang, there's another door there which Grayson very forcefully slams open. And it is incredibly loud in this area, right?
Oh.
It is literally like...
All right, we have to be very quiet.
It is if you were in sort of like a metal stamping factory, right? Just ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. You know, the sound of the equipment that's going here, the whirring, the screeching, it is almost unbearable. The good news is it is dry. It is hot.
But it's a dry heat.
Everybody give me a Constitution save. The DC is 15.
Dang, all sorts of saves.
Okay, here's a couple bumps. Yikes.
Not one.
Oh, me
I
too.
got a
4,
reroll.
5, 6, 7. Did we get a bonus on this?
Yeah, you get +2.
Oh, I got 4.
9.
Oh, it's still
matter.
crappy. This was con, you said?
Yep, DC 15.
Nope,
Did
fail.
anybody make it?
I did.
You
No.
did. All right.
17.
Okay.
Mr.
So,
Spacesuit. Hot damn!
you take 13 points of radiant damage.
What the what?
Half of
Being
that.
this level. Half of that would be 6. And you gain another
I'm
first
down
level
to
spell
10.
slot.
I'm down to 23.
HP.
10, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I started the session with 31. I'm not the only one who's been taking damage. So turnabout is fair
Yeah,
play.
that's crazy. And that's just like us from heat exhaustion?
It's actually
God's fire,
the
right?
amount of God's fire that's
Oh, the
down.
radiation.
You
Right,
can
right,
see
I'm
this this flaring nimbus around Ava, and dawn rays are just blazing. with light.
Oh!
What about?
So wave is actually
like
you can
this?
see little you can
Yeah.
see little flickers of God's fire dancing along.
Oh,
Wave's
there we go.
blade.
Wave, you look beautiful. Ow, ow.
We still have some more God's Fire injections we could take, I guess. If that would help.
It's too late.
That's up to
It would
you.
prevent some more. I think I only have one left.
I could
though.
use my I could use wave to create a cube of force to keep out the.
Oh, really?
Radiation.
Does wave create a cube of force that would keep things out?
Yeah.
Oh. Is
I've
is
used
it
it
just
before.
radiation, or does it apply to gases?
I've used it
and-
before.
Oh,
It
is it-
depends on how many charges I use.
Interesting. Does it apply to like anything, like gases, liquids?
What's happening?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Can she not breathe in there? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I think he's implying that we could have used it early on a different thing.
I thought I mentioned using it in the water, but I said that'd be kind of silly since we can all swim.
She did mention that, yeah.
Yeah, true.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
We didn't even need it in the water. We were fine.
I almost used it, but I was like, but we all
Yeah, we were
like,
fine in the
breathe
water.
and stuff.
We can use it now, I guess.
Why would you need to keep water out of something? All right.
Oh. Yeah.
The elevator didn't work because all the water.
I don't think that would have worked.
I think that's what he's implying, that exactly that would have worked.
The elevator, it doesn't like push water out. It would just like, we could be in it and the water wouldn't touch us, but.
Well, it would expand all the water away from where it starts. So it would push away all the water.
But it's a cube. I mean, it wouldn't fill a cylindrical perfectly, so the pressure wouldn't change.
No, it's a square. The elevators are square.
Oh. I thought they were like the cylinder
No, this
that we
is like
encountered
the
before.
The lift one is what we're talking
The one we jumped down was a cylinder, but the ones we were that I was stabbing is a square.
Well, it's fine.
I just assumed it was a cylinder.
We got
Found a way
it.
around it. It all worked out.
We good.
Whatever. Y'all are haters. Y'all are haters.
Wait, do you want this God's Fire injection because you're at 10 health?
No, I hate needles.
Okay. I'm going to stab her when she's not looking.
No, but I was talking about just using the cube of force so none of us have to feel the effects of the God's fire.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get to be in it.
Oh, jeez.
What? She's radiating.
I know, but
It's still
It's going
hurting.
bananas.
I
still-
just God's fire you.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I mean, if she were in the cube of force, would she not be affected? Would her God's fire not be heightened by the God's fire that's around?
Well, honestly, my question about the cube of force is, does it keep out energy types?
Let's
Because
see.
it's radiant energy, right?
right.
Yeah, it keeps out gases and liquids, but
Well, the final charge count is just everything.
Oh. Like oxygen?
Cube
But
of
you
force.
can only maintain that for like a minute at
Oh,
max
I
charges,
accidentally
right?
went to a website called Discovery Cube.
Discovery Cube.
Cube of Force 5e. I've pulled this up a million times. There it is.
Cub of Force.
Cub of Force.
The best band.
I also realized I have a Qualls Feathered token in my inventory that I've never asked you which one it is. Because there's like a million different kinds. And I think we got
I
it
think it's
back
the
when
one
we were
that grows
doing...
a tree. I'm pretty sure it's the one that grows a tree.
Okay, I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, this website won't load. What do you got? Roll20.net hates me.
I got D&D Beyond, so I'll tell you when
How
I
do
find it.
cubes work? Is a
Hey,
second.
the
Like,
cube.
do you have it up?
No, not yet.
What the fuck? Well, I don't know. Probably it doesn't say radiation.
How is there not a DMG behind me?
It's in the leather.
yeah, it's the leather.
Oh, it's this one. Wow. All right.
So fancy.
Very good. Let me refer to my trusty dungeon master's guide. Serpentine Owl. Ooh. Cube of Force. So, phase 4 costs
here
4
it is.
charges. Spell effects can't pass through the barrier.
Yes, 5.
5, nothing can pass through the barrier. While
Oh, now
floors and ceilings can pass through at your discretion.
We only need 2, I think. Non-living matter can't pass through the barrier.
If spell effects can pass through
Yeah.
up until level 4, then I would say divine energy, or
Gotcha.
radiant energy can go through up until 4. You'd have to activate 4.
I have...
And even at max charges, that would last 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I guess it would last 9 minutes? Yeah.
That ain't bad.
Because it's 4
I
charges
don't think
per
it's
minute.
long enough.
Up to you.
Well, I don't have full charges. I only have 9 charges.
Oh, so we get
so
2
I
minutes.
could use it once.
We get a couple minutes out of it if we need it. We use it as like a...
I don't see the
Okay.
timeline on here. What's the time? What's the time?
It's 1 minute depending upon which side you activate, right? And in which side you activate determines how many charges it uses. So what we've decided is it costs 4 charges per minute in order to
Yikes, okay.
keep out the God's fire.
Yeah, I don't think it's worthwhile then.
Okay.
Unless we
Short-term use,
see
maybe.
the thing we want.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you open the doorway to the shaft from the inside and push through, and step out into a small area. The heat here is oppressive. The noise is incredible. The ceiling is about 30 feet tall. It's laced with huge pipes and cabling, such as you understand it. The air has sort of a thick humidity that really presses against your chest as you take each breath, right? There's an open space or open passageway that leads out into a larger corridor here, and you can tell that there's a number of different catwalks and whatnot that go around this deck of the ship. And as you go out into one of the main corridors, you see a bent figure, maybe 4.5 feet tall. He's stooped over, so he might be taller than that, right? But he's stooped over and he's fiddling with some sort of large metal box that's mounted to the wall. You can tell that he's got a wrench and a hammer, and he's kind of banging on something, and he's not aware of you at all. But like I said, he's hunched down to about 4.5 feet tall. You would guess that once he's fully stood up, he's probably like closer to 6 feet tall or something like that, right?
Oh.
Broad-shouldered, wearing an inordinate amount of very worn leather type material. Looks like he's got some heavy padding and whatnot on. And you can catch some occasional glimpses of silver hair and some of that same kind of purplish wine red skin, right? Through the cracks in his outfit. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna draw my bow and just point it at him and just say, "Someone want to say hello to our friend here?"
Hey!
Okay. And, ding, 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 and then all of a sudden it kind of straightens up and, achieves his full sort of 6 foot height. But it's a strange sort of stance. When he stands up, you can tell that his spine is crooked and his arms and his limbs do not connect in a conventional way. They're sort of twisted and bent. He has these enormous rippling muscles and these big broad fists. And he turns around and looks at you, and he has this mask flipped down over his face that just has this mirrored slot on the front of it. And there are wild wisps of silvery hair coming out from either side of the mask. And he flips it up, and you see a enormous, almost caricature of a gnomish face that's all purple with white hair and a big bulbous nose and a giant, like, weird, unruly white mustache. And he looks at the 4 of you and he goes, "Was macht ihr denn?" And that's where we're going to leave tonight's session of the Ironkeep Chronicles. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. I hope you had an enjoyable time. Let's have a big round of applause for the man with the bow and the man with the bull dawn razor.
What were you gonna
I guess
say?
the dawn razor.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Garav Galati, everyone. Blood razor.
Man with the blood. Hey everybody, I'm Graf. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on all the social medias at DoubleGXG, and you can catch me this Friday on the season finale of Wild Cards at 8 p.m. Same channel. Yeah, it's the season finale, so be there. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. Big.
That's right, Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Get it together.
Get it together.
Cool.
Hey, let's have a round of applause for Havana Mahoney, everyone.
Oh, yeah, Havana here. Okay, I've been here the whole time.
Have you?
Can you follow me on this? What do we do here?
What the hell?
Will you follow me on Twitch? Vanna_Rama, VANA_RAMA, and that's a literal underscore, not like underscore spelled out. I'm also on Twitter.
She hasn't eaten today.
I'm so hungry.
She had one Pop-Tart.
I had
Pot-Tart.
I had some like broth earlier.
I was in prison earlier.
Help, help, help.
God damn it, boiled children.
It's the second level of hell.
She's going back to jail.
Damn, that sounds fake. Tom, why are you making those noises? And also, can you follow me on Twitter?
Why would they want to at this point?
Will you?
It's okay to say that.
Havana Rama. Yeah. Wait, why on Twitch, if you follow me there, I stream 6 days a week? What? Video games. Check it out.
What?
Longest outro.
I'm so sorry, I forgot what we were doing. I'm done now.
Let's
Hey everyone, it's Megan Caves.
Hi. You can find me on Twitter at Megan Caves, MEGHANCAVES. I'm BatCaves63 on Instagram and other places. And I will also be on Wild Cards this Friday. Also, though, Monday after that, this next Monday, is the last episode of my mini campaign, Mysterium at Bainbridge Estate. Lots of crazy things have happened. It is based or inspired by the board game Mysterium, so it's set in 1922 with a bunch of psychics who are trying to figure out what happened in this house in northern England. So
Some
check that out.
psychics who are legit and some psychics who are sham flim-flam artists.
Well,
Sham
they are
flam.
actually all legit. There's just one in particular who doesn't like to be legit, so he's a magician instead.
Weird.
He
Interesting.
still gets visions
Is it
from
Jordan?
his crystal
Jordan-
ball.
it
No,
sounds like
it is
it's-
Philip
okay.
Rossi. No, Jordan is a supernatural scoffer. He's a scientist and not a pendulum diviner, but he is actually a pendulum diviner. Yeah, tune in for that. And then Gaurav, me, and Jordan Cave Scholarman have a podcast called Experience Pointers, in which we talk about RPG, GM stuff. And you can find us on Twitter at EXP Pointers Pod. And actually, this most recent episode that's out now is me talking about my first episode of Mysterium, since that is my second time GMing, first time on stream.
You can catch both of those previous episodes on the VODs right here on Saving Throw.
Yes,
So
you
it's-
can.
Buds.
Indeed, you
You
can.
can get caught up before the Monday night's finale.
Together.
Or you can just contact Mr. Eric Reichert. He'll get you caught up on everything that's going on with Saving Throw.
That's
full
not
of
true.
knowledge.
I don't know a lot of the stuff. I don't have a lot of free time because I've spent all my time streaming Grand Theft Auto role-playing on my Twitch channel, Mostly Eric. Or you can always follow me on the social media at Mostly Shit.
It's always great whenever we tag ourselves here on Saving Throw and it says, come watch Expedition to the Barrier Peaks at Mostly Shit at Wizards D&D. Yes. Keeping it classy, Eric Reichert. It's true. Big round of applause for the man behind the keyboards and the cameras, Mr. Dom Zook. He is over there in physical space. He's over there in internet space. It is his fine work, handiwork. All of this is
What are
his
you
fine
doing?
handiwork.
You
so,
faker. You're not in the movie Tom Cruise does.
Minority
the future.
Report.
There it is.
Tom Cruise.
I'm hacking into the system.
I wanna see that movie.
I'm in.
I think it's Scientology.
Yeah,
It
that's-
is due to his diligent efforts that all of this is possible.
Don't touch me.
So you can
Don't-
catch him
hey!
on Wildcards on Friday night as well. You can also
Zoom.
catch him with me tomorrow at 2 o'clock here for Disorganized Play. We have a chat back show where we talk about what we planned on Tuesday, what happened here tonight, and what we thought of everything. We kind of lift the veil on the DM screen, and we also take your questions and offer advice for you in your home role-playing situations. So you can join the two of us tomorrow here at 2 o'clock Pacific for Disorganized Play. I want to thank everybody who donated tonight, whether that was they subbed up or they donated some bits or they donated some cash or whatever. Thank you so much. It's the beginning of the month. It's time to start climbing that hill back towards Rent Town.
My favorite vacation spot.
If you have a few extra budgetary cycles and you can kick in for our Patreon, there's some great benefits to be had there. Megan just uploaded a whole bunch of handouts from her Mysterium game to our Patreon backers, so it's a great opportunity to join us and support us on in a way that allows us to sort of schedule how much money we might actually make each month rather than just praying and hoping. Thanks to everybody who shared us on social media, whether you just retweeted us or talked about us to your friends or whatever. We do not advertise the show, so word of mouth is the only way that we can
Call
grow.
your mom. Send her a link through MySpace.
Reach out to your senators and Congress people.
Yeah.
Teach your dogs to use the internet.
5calls.org. Call your senator.
Well, there's that too.
Tell them to watch Saving.
Dear Dianne Feinstein.
Here's a show you'll really enjoy. Thanks so much to our moderators who help keep
Also
everything
good.
safe, friendly, clean, and accessible for all the new fans who join us each and every night. We really appreciate your diligent efforts to foster a great and supportive community. And I have to tell you, I've been involved in a lot of different internet communities, and this one is top notch. We really appreciate everything that you guys do, sharing your time, talent, passion, and treasure, as it were. So, thank you so much. Until next time, let's dungeon!